Right, everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, Saturday stream. I think I've got everything set up. I have a feeling I've forgotten something. Might need to shut that curtain behind me. The thingy's on. Microphone's on. Yeah, so. Right. Don't forget to like the stream. If you ever wanted to support this channel, you can buy Patreon. For $1, you would get your name on this in every single video. As long as you're a Patreon supporter. And there's also now Amazon.co.uk links. If you were from Britain and you wanted to shop at that, use my links to Amazon.com, Amazon.co.uk, and GearBest. If you use my links, buy anything you want, and I'll get 7 to 10% of what you spend. Right, I'll go into the comments now. I've always got to do the little quick business bit at the beginning. You know what I mean? Right. Just going to refresh this page and then I'll be ready. I haven't seen no comments yet. Put this onto the live chat. Press play for there. So solid damage, right, mate? He was on ages ago. He was actually on a couple of hours ago, I think. Dave Corrigan, Weapons and Stuff, Double Cell Boo, Peachinator, Crazy Chicken Guy, Bob Stone. Right. Mike, have I liked the stream? I can't. I ain't got an option for it. No option for me to do it the way I'm looking. I would do. I'd keep pressing it if I could. Ain't like the old days where you can keep giving yourself a... It used to be a star rating years ago, didn't it? Sure, it used to be star rating, or you could give the video 5 stars, I think. I can't remember. Yeah, that seems to ring a bell. The Weapons, I've said, hello, bloody hot here. How about there? It's not too bad here at the minute. I was quite hot earlier, but right now it don't seem too bad. Let me see what the actual temperature in this room is. I might just be getting tolerant to it. So in here it is about 26 degrees. So not overly hot. It's just about like I'm not too bothered by it, if you know what I mean. Number Sarah Boo said, give yourself a what? Yeah, so what's everyone been at today? I don't know if we'll get a lot on tonight because there's boxing on tonight, isn't there? I think Tyson Fury's having his comeback fight, so quite a few might be on there. To be honest, though, I don't mind. I like the sort of quieter ones, to be honest. Well, that player said it's cool, 65 degrees here. Yeah, that would be over here. About 18 degrees. I've got a thermometer in my room. I'll tell you why. I was when I used to do the homebrew, and it's always handy to know what temperature it was. With that homebrew, you have to keep it at a certain degree. If it got hotter, it's with the homebrew I used to use, if it got too hot or too cold, it would stop. Some of them, they can go up to a certain, like, don't matter how hot it is, but the ones I had, it was quite temperamental. You wanted to keep your room at about 26 degrees, and it was perfect then. Weapon and Stuff, you could also embed video responses, which was a great feature they took away. Yeah, Malcolm was on about that the other day. I really used to like that. That was really good. I would love that. Would be a feature I'd still like to have now. The video responses. They'd actually come up. They would come up on like just above the description, wouldn't they? Really good feature that was. Typical that they get rid of things like that, like getting rid of the video editor. You know, why not just leave it on there? If you know, especially the video editor actually, because it could just be left on there. It's not hurting anyone being on there, but no, they have to get rid of it completely. The dude PX, right, mate? He said, cheers, Mike. Hope you're having a nice weekend. Yeah, not bad. To be honest, I've just been lazing around doing sod all, really. Reading a book, put a video on, changing some of the descriptions. I've changed the description on about 100 videos to include that new Amazon.co.uk link. Pete said, kill the yeast. Yeah, especially with that turbo yeast, it's very temperamental. I think with some of the yeasts that The turbo yeast, that can ferment something to 21% in 48 hours. Or a week anyway. I think it's about 5 days. It would do 14% in 48 hours. And in about 5 days, it could get alcohol to 21%. So it's so ferments so much you can't even put a thingy on it. I can't remember what you call them. You know, the water things. I was going brain dead on these bloody streams. You know, the things to stop airlock. Yeah. So yeah, with the super yeast, it was all, if you could keep your room between like 25 to 27 degrees, it's perfect. All that play, I like how they made it so that series don't need the entire thing in the title. It can pop up below. Oh, what was like playlists, you mean? I think I know what you mean. Fallout player said just use a balloon for an airlock. Well, the thing is, with them turbo yeast, they ferment so much it would just blow it straight off. And the other thing is, I found with the turbo yeast, you don't really need one. All you need to do is get the bottle, get a big bottle with a big open neck. I'll get back to everyone else's comments. Big bottle, big open neck, and just put that in a big bucket with a bit of cling film over it. You know, that's perfect. Number sale Boo, I found Caniston cream sorts out the old yeast. I've never had any of that. Bye, Bullfrog. You right, mate? Did you see Malcolm's video? JJR Survivors, he tagged you in a video. I don't know if you'd seen it or not. Crazy chicken guy. Don't need airlocks with turbo. You just put a cloth over the container. Yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do. Yeah, put a cloth over it. What I used to do, I used to get a bit of cling film. I used to put the bottle into a big bucket type thing. Put a bit of cling film over it. Put a little hole in it, and then just stick an old shirt over it. That's all you need, isn't it, with the turbo yeast? Double sour Boo, available from all good chemists. I don't want to kill my yeast. I want to keep it alive. I don't do any homebrew anymore now. I've still got all the stuff. Should have some turbo yeast in here. Brand new bag, I think. Yeah, that. Brand new, unopened bag. Turbo yeast. Ben Noxie said, yeah, that canister advert always seems to come on just before I have my evening meal. I'm sure they do it deliberately. Good stuff, that. Yeah, at 14% alcohol in 48 hours, 20% in 5 days. But I don't do it now. It's there if I need it. Yeah, Die Bullfrog. It was the 8 questions video, if you haven't seen it. Remember Serbu, my mate, made some stout once. Bum me, it was very sugary. Threw up after having 2 pints of that stuff. It was syrup. Well, my homebrew stuff I used to make people puke. I don't know if it's because of the strength, because the problem was I used to just do it like no flavour, no nothing. So when you drank it, if it wasn't purified properly and cleared properly, it would taste sugary and yeasty. Or if all the sugar hadn't gone, which meant you put too much sugar in, or the temperature dropped or went too high. But I could drink it. I should drink it straight, and then I started mixing it with 2% lagers to make them up to like 5%. Walnut player. Well, I was just curious the other day. I measured the distance coast to coast from the US, and the US is bigger than the entirety of Europe. Actually, quite a bit bigger. Well, yeah, probably is. And then Russia's probably bigger than that, isn't it? That one. And then China's got more population than all of them, in it, or is it India, or is it both? I don't know. Not all of them put together, but you know what I mean, separately. I was going to drink my coffee then. It's going to be red hot. Yeah, and to think as well, Britain had the biggest empire there's ever been, isn't there? Who's on tonight anyway? I didn't look. Yeah, I said I thought it might be a bit quiet tonight. Did I ask what everyone's been doing today? I said I haven't been doing anything. Dumble Salbu had Romanian plum brandy once. That was like drinking Turks, good stuff. I've got a nice cherry one I made. It was probably the only nice one I've ever made. And that was made with cherry juice. That actually tastes like proper wine. The only one I've ever made. And there was one other one actually that we actually did, because I used to get lazy and not put enough activated charcoal in. The more of that you put in, the more cleaner it tastes at the end, you know. Because I would describe the stuff I made as it was like half strength vodka, no flavour, you know. It's not supposed to have a flavour anyway. Simon said, "You're all right." Didn't get notified. Things what you did or you didn't. I can't tell from that. Didn't. Yeah, I'm all right, mate. I'm saying I think it's going to be a quiet night tonight. Let's see. I meant to write it on the title of this. I may only be on to about 10:30 tonight. We'll have to see what happens. You know, if time flies, then I'll be on late. But if not, you know what I mean. Red not see China has the biggest population. Crazy chicken guy, moonshine is where it's at. Yeah, definitely. It's a bit risky over here doing moonshine, I think. Like everything's bloody legal over here. You need a license to distill stuff. I'm not 100% sure. I think you do. I think you need a license in this country to distill, don't you? I don't know what would happen if you got caught. Probably nothing, but Fallout player, and people say they're going to visit the US. They're going to stop in New York one day, hit Chicago the next, and LA. What people don't understand is like going to Lithuania, to Poland, to the UK. Yeah, you'd have to, you know, you'd probably have to catch planes, wouldn't you, to do it easily? Do you know what I mean? Stephen, you're right, mate. And he said, "Dude, you must watch Supernatural with that collection." I've been recommended Supernatural. I'll have to get round to that one day. I know someone who's got loads of the DVDs to that, so I'll have to borrow them off them. But they've told me about like the weapons in it, and that I'd like it for that. Oh, Jumbo Salbu, I got every single episode of Happy now, so I hope that makes you happy. I don't know when I'm going to watch them though, but I've got them now, so it's ready. Still got Trailer Park Boys to watch first, but I watched when I was getting it. I saw little clips of it. It looked really good. That Happy. I'm glad you recommended that. Rumble Sabu. Let's play I Spy My Little Lie, something beginning with W. Oh well, hang on. W. Did I just drink some water? Water. I'm having a look now. Well, weapon collector, I suppose. Weapons. Damon said, "I love it's wicked, man. I love the weapons." Jumble Sailboat's a good man. It's great. Yeah, it looks brilliant. I didn't know what it was. I didn't, from the way you didn't really tell me a lot about it, did you? Which I'm glad you didn't. But when I suddenly saw him with an imaginary little unicorn thing and loads of blood and that, I thought, that's good. You know what I mean? Dave said, "Why aren't you out on a sesh?" I'll just ant tonight. I might next week. Well, the thing is, if I am, I wouldn't be able to do the streams. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, I've tried to cut down my drinking a bit. Drinking too much, but I drink about once a month now. Yeah, but I may go out next weekend. I think people are watching the boxing tonight, aren't they? Simon said, "Yeah, Happy is brilliant. Get a drink or a smoke in, you enjoy it." It looks good. I thought it looked brilliant. Pete said, "No, it was wire." I don't know wire. Fallout player, why don't you just make mead instead? Honey or even maple syrup, water and yeast. Well, that's pretty much what I used to make. What I used to make was just sugar, water and yeast. So yeah, it was pretty much mead just with sugar instead of yeast. I think they call it, the only name I could call it was sugar. I could find it was called was sugar wine or kill you. Yeah. So yeah, I've even got a bag of sugar ready as well. That's the thing. I won't get the sugar out of your leak. Yeah, I had everything ready and then I stopped. But yeah, the stuff I used to make, sugar, water, and yeast. But I have made mead before and it's quite nice. I was going to get a bag of sugar out, but it'll probably leak all over the bloody floor. You know what I mean? Double saber, fuck's sake, you have weapons. How the fuck did you know that? Took me a while though. I had to think for a bit. I was thinking a bit too, I was going a bit too deep. Dave said, "Me too, man. Yeah, who got you into the boxing? Fury is gonna hand his ass to him." I know. I don't. I've always liked boxing, to be honest. It's just one of them things. You watch it as you grow up. Most blokes watch it, don't they? Yeah, but I can't get it because I don't have BT and all that. But so I'm gonna miss it tonight. But I'm assuming it's gonna be an easy win for Fury, isn't it? I was saying to my dad, there's even a picture of Fury holding him up like that in his arms, like you would a bloody baby. He's about a foot taller, quite a few stone heavier, isn't he? Ball up, player. See you later, mate. I'm just gonna take. I'll tell you what. I'll take the slow mode off. That don't need to be on, does it? Right, I won't be able to see the comments just for a second. Or is it off anyway? Let's see. Yeah, I don't need to be on tonight. Certainly not now, anyway. Right, that should be off now. Right, I have to wait now. Crazy Chicken Guy, instead of water, put the yeast and sugar, cheap 100% apple juice, makes it drinkable strong cider. I'll tell you why I never done that. Purely money. Purely down to money. I'm so bloody skint, I couldn't even afford apple juice, but that is something I wanted to try. It's just I'll tell you why I always used water because it was free. You know what I mean? But yeah, I never bothered with the apple juice, but Demon said, yeah, mate, it was hilarious. I must admit that's a good thing about Tyson Fury. He's very funny. Good sort of piss taker, isn't he? Number Sabu said it is now, mate. Oh yeah, slow mode is off. Yeah, it's off now. Yeah, you don't have to wait now. Demon said, dude, roughly did all those weapons set you back? Just well, I'll try and work out the original prices because most of them things are probably double the price now. And I'll do it very roughly, just these, because there's more than that. Actually, no, I'll try and work it all out quickly. And let me just think. Oh yeah, no, I'll tell you what, it won't be how much they cost, how much it set me back, because that sword up there, I found out it's probably worth about 300 quid. I got it for nothing. That crossbow on the end I got for nothing. Got to be about £4 worth altogether out of everything, I think. Not just on there, because there's a couple of air rifles behind there and behind my sofa, stuff like that. Weapons off. Sorry, just got back. Had to go. Had to quickly go sort some stuff out. Good to see you back, mate. Simon said, you called it sugar wine, I call it Swiss. Yeah, trademark, boys. Yeah. Patrick, you're right, mate. He said the Spitfire Hurricane Lancaster flyover early on the live stream of the Wings 92nd, Q 92nd. Great to watch. Oh, I missed all that. Where I live, sometimes we used to have all that flyover, but I didn't notice that today. Right, I said, hi, nice to see you. Nice guns. Cheers. Glad you like them. Trolled young, you would shoot every part. You should shoot each body part one at a time per weapon on the wall. Simon Jones said, "Oh, I sound like a nice stream you've got going here, mate." Talk going mad now, and I've turned the bloody slow mode off. Rumble say a bit's free if you up yourself to police amnesty bins, like in chat. Instead of putting the money in the collection, take it out. Anthony Rob, you right, mate? Steve said, I've samurai swords. I had a 52-inch TV, but got a bit creative with the sword. Ah, fucking hell. Yeah, that'd be a nightmare. I won't be able to break mine, mate. I've still got a bloody old CRT telly. Simon Jones said, where are you guys talking about the planes flying over? Yeah. Who mentioned it? Patrick. Yeah, I missed that, mate. Like I said, sometimes they fly over my house. You get really, you know. Simon says, swishes the dirty old shitty tasting homemade fucking liquor. Bubbles, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what mine tastes like. Most people would gag and puke when they drank it. Simon Jones said, I saw at least 6 fighter jets and some heavies. Yeah, I missed all that. Well, like I said, they may not have gone over my house anyway, but they have been known to. And Frank, jets fly into this guy's house daily. He just runs to his nearly broken fallout shelter. I'm wondering if friction lock buttons are now illegal. Wonder if the extendable nunchucks are. Oh, yeah. I'm wondering if friction locks are now legal. I wonder if the extendable nunchucks are now. Yeah, I don't know. I've always wondered that because, like you say, they stopped you being able to buy the buttons, extendable buttons, but you can still get fucking extendable nunchucks, couldn't you? Which is exactly the same thing. Tom Jones says, right over my house, one big plane with 4 engines and a big plane with 2 engines and a dual fighter escort, then followed by at least 4 fighters. Yeah, maybe it didn't come over my way. Normally I would hear that kind of thing if they did. Simon said, wanted to ask for a big helicopter with 2 rotors fly over my house. Colonel, right, mate. And he pictures his bubbles. He said, what do you think of the media silence over child trafficking? This one's just one of many examples. Yeah, it's terrible, really. Yeah, and it's wrong. It shouldn't be happening, do you know what I mean? Simon said, what kind of helicopter is it? And then Simon said, Chinook chopper, maybe. F-Dot's going to do a countdown for something, mental launch of something. 3, 2, 1. Come on, I'm waiting. Nothing. Disappointed me now. Or was that a thumbs down or something? Has everyone been liking the stream? Right, guys, what are the laws on knives? Now, like, if you get caught with a lock knife, do they come down hard on you? Come down harder. I don't actually know, mate. I ain't been stopped with a knife since I was about, I don't know, 19, which was 19 years ago. I don't know what they're like now. I suppose it all depends what you're acting like at the time. You know, so yeah, you know, it might not be too bad. Breaking stuff so has to go with the 30 or so accounts. That aim is it. Yeah. Simon said, hey, They come very hard now, thanks to young African urbanite scum carrying a butter knife and see what happens. And so I'm like, yeah, that looks right. What are Chinooks used for? Bombs and chips. I use transport mainly, I think. Anyone else know? No, to be honest, I don't know nothing about helicopter or anything like that. They're not the Chinooks are transport helicopters. Yeah, I got that series of Happy. I told Jumble Sail Boo that. You'd probably like that, Liam, I reckon. Do you know anything about that? I didn't know anything about it until I looked at it. It looks quite insane. It looks really good. It's Happy with an exclamation mark. It looks pretty good. I never got my nose hair trimmers today, so I'm going to have to wait till Monday probably now. Or the next stream anyway. No, never really heard of it. No, I hadn't. And then I thought I'd look it up. It looked really good. Double Tail Bush and Happy as well, messed up and so funny. Yeah, from the little bits I saw, it looks brilliant. Tell you what I wouldn't mind watching one day. I've never watched them properly. Like, I want to watch them from series 1 to however many it was. Wilfred, is it? Wilfred. Because that's got an Australian original series as well in it, I think. Don't tell me the end of it either if anyone knows. Practic Morrow. Talking about a gun there. So is the other bloke. Chinook. Transport V agent to weapon stuff location. Simon James said long. Number Taboo, what's the one with the talking dog? There's that one with the talking dog. Yeah. Yeah, and you never know if it's his imagination or it really is just a normal dog, or it probably tells you at the end. That's why I said don't tell me, because I assume at the end you find out it was his imagination, or it was a real dog, or it was never there. You know what I mean? Then the Family Guy. Yeah, I haven't watched Family Guy for ages. But I did really like it. Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, I haven't watched it for ages. But I did, yeah. Stewie and Brian are the best characters in that, I think, personally. Time said Wilfred's brilliant. Frodo smoking bongs with his neighbour's dog. Yeah, that way. It's good, isn't it? I never watched it properly. I wouldn't mind watching it from like the first episode to the end. Then why scout the British government offended by the fucking inanimate object? Yeah, that's them, mate. That's them. Offended and scared. Double Sailbow said I love Ted and Ted 2. I've never seen them. I'm not much of a fan of Mark Wahlberg. Puts me off straight away. Fiona said Friday Night Dinner is so bad it's almost addictive. I've watched some of that. I thought that looked all right. I think I've watched like one full episode of it and bits here and there. Must be like a funny time. You know what I mean? I meant to get some DVDs down actually tonight. I was going to get some down to show you some of the stuff I got. Some of the rarer kind of things, but I forgot. They're not Z. He said they don't hate Boris that much. Well, Tom said can't recommend Wilfred enough if you like hit a bong and have a laugh. I'll check it out, mate. Like I said, I've seen bits of it, but never well, I've seen like random episodes, you know what I mean? I'd like to watch it properly one day. ME262 said all Messerschmitts are built to destroy all of Europe. Have fun choking on V agent while you're running for fallout shelters. Cannons are slowly open. Gas falls through the atmosphere and explode. Cheers. Pete said, have you seen the trailer for Halloween, the new one? No, I haven't. But I'll have to. I'm going to look that up when we finish this, because I do like the Halloween films, and that's sort of going back to proper in it, you know, like original and Jamie Lee Curtis and that, and it's produced and that by John Carpenter in it. Halloween trailer, yeah. Number Sabu said, yeah, seen the new Halloween trailer, looks good. I'll watch it later. I think, yeah, Carpenter was involved with it, I believe. Yeah, that's always a good thing, isn't it? You know, he's involved, you can have a bit of hope for it. Do you know what I mean? But I'll watch it. I've watched all of the Halloween, apart from I don't watch the Rob Zombie ones because they look fucking sacrilegious to me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't ever would watch them. But I've watched all of the original ones and their sequels. Do you know what I mean? Where am I? Simon said, watch the original Australian series if you like the actor who played the dog. That's what I plan to watch both. I probably will watch that. Patrick Moore, I see Lindsay's house got hit up with lightning, and I see a Lindsay house got hit by lightning and flames. I don't know what that means, mate. He said, but in the timelines, it's just after the first film, after he got shot and falls out the window. Oh, nice. Did I like it? Many one or two German accounts. Yeah. Good, because the more he puts them on quick like that, I can get rid of them quicker. Crazy Chicken Guy, are they making a new Halloween? Yeah, I think so. Well, yeah, I think, yeah. It's going to be John Carpenter involved, you know. Have you, Mike, have you seen Escape from New? I've seen the original. The weapons on the table look so cheap, like the throwing stars and the welding goggles. Supposed to be night vision goggles. Yeah, yeah. Does make you laugh, stuff like that, doesn't it? But I suppose to people who don't know, they don't know. Do you know what I mean? To us, we notice things like that. Oh, yeah, I'll do that, Liam. Forgot about that. Too busy doing it myself. And cheers, I appreciate that, Liam. Liam said if you give me moderator, I can do it as well while reading the comments if you want. Yeah, cheers, mate. Weapons have, yeah, that knife is fine. No rust or anything with it. Not used it excessively though. Oh, Simon said, how are you getting on with your? Let's go back up to that Sheffield Israeli Commander knife. I'm thinking of getting one. Yeah, because that's like a blued finish in it. I like the look of that though. That's the one with the deep fuller on it, isn't it? Simon said if he didn't spam, you wouldn't have to block him. It's a shame. I know he's doing it deliberately anyway. He's doing it deliberately. Thing is, at first it wasn't. You barely even noticed it. You know, it don't matter anyway, does it? And then Liam said, "Shame I didn't give you my block list." Yeah. Yeah, do like that. Israeli knife is nice. Yeah, every time he logs in, he dislikes. Yeah, it's so bizarre, isn't it? I'm perfectly happy with it, to be honest. Right, God, this guy amazingly less easily missing the bloody cut. That another one, was it? I'm doing as well. Big dislike ratio. Yeah, I don't get loads of dislikes, loads of likes, so no, I don't know. Patrick, do you have a skein? No. I don't know what that is, mate. Pete said, do you like the Harry Potter films? Never seen any of them. Not read the books even, I wouldn't, to be honest. Bernard said, is MRE reviews your thing? If you could, I could send you one or two, put on a campfire. I'll let you know, mate. I've never done that kind of thing, but I would. Do you know what I mean? I've got no problem with that. I might have to get a couple of them, test it out. And the other Simon says, does he troll weapons and stuff too? Yeah, and stuff they don't realise is dislike counts as interactions. And Pete said, how do you have 16 dislikes? Just some weird troll, mate. But he came on my stream with all the accounts and got instantly blocked every time. Simon Jones, or 22 watching, 14 likes, 17 dislikes. Rumble Sabu, like I told you, it's all down to jealousy, mate. Why are you getting dislikes? Patrick Moore said, Irish knife this game. Oh, I thought that's what it was, but I didn't think that was what it's called. But it don't matter, yeah. Yeah. Some might be GCH. Yeah, it could be. Simon Jones said, just ignore them and let them join in. Yeah, the problem was, though, he was constantly just putting that same message, and it was getting, because I would have just left him on, but it was getting to the stage where I couldn't read anyone else's comments. It was too much of it. Otherwise, I would have just left it. Who cares anyway? It's probably best to not even talk about the freak shows because that's just something they want as well anyway, isn't it? We'll go back up, see what we was talking about. Escape from New York. Aren't they remaking that? I don't know if I could watch that either. It may have depended on who was going to be in it. But yeah, it depended who was going to be in it. It may have made a difference to me, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who is in it. Do you know who's going to be in that new Escape from New York? I see that with Liam. Yeah, Gerard Butler. I would have watched that. Yeah, I think I could watch Gerard Butler be in it, but it's not him though, is it? Like you said. I think he's a younger actor as well now. Pete said, what's your favourite Halloween part? 1 and 2. Really like the first 2. Rumble Sabu, try reverse psychology. You might ask everybody if they have been disliking the stream and get loads of likes. I said, so back to what we were talking about. Liam, did you find it hard to chat up birds in a gas mask? He don't need to. He just gives them a wink and they're there, mate. Gabriel said, how's your pistol crossbow? Yes, good. Still good. I've made a quiver for it that just bolts onto the bottom. I need to redo it a bit, though. Yeah. Rumble Sabu said, Halloween 3 is the best for me. Well, I always class Halloween 3 as not one of them, if you know what I mean. Although it is Halloween, but I class it as not a Halloween film, you know. But it's a good film on its own. It is a good film, but I class it as not a Halloween. It's not part of the series, if you know what I mean. To me, anyway. Pete said, lol. Steve said, I had a 52-inch TV, and then I bought a samurai sword, and well, vodka. Vodka did it. Gabriel Sheeport, looks nice. Yeah, I think they're well worth getting. And that's the quiver I made. It just fits on with her thingy sight. I can't recall them. I mean, telescopic sight. telescopic sight mount. So it's a proper wheel rail thing. Put it back on quickly. Yeah. Dave said, what's your favourite weapon? I don't know. I like knuckle dusters. I'd probably say knuckle dusters, to be honest. Always like knuckle dusters. Number Sabu, I heard a copy of the uncut version of Total Recall was accidentally released. Wish I could see that. So sexy seeing Sharon Stone with a cold steel push dagger. Yeah. Jones said, do you have any ancient weapons like flint arrowheads? I've got some miniature flint arrowheads, probably smaller than like 5mm, that was made by a bloke called Gun Owner Dan, but they're not actually old. Kerno said, can you get replacement string for that pistol? I couldn't find when I bought mine. I'm not sure. I think you can. I'm pretty sure you can, yeah. But I don't know where. Try, I'll tell you what, you want to try the Horizon's own website. That's probably where you'd get one, wouldn't you? Pete said, don't show that thing in detail. The Chinese will steal it. That might be good. Oh, what, that? Yeah. I was going to say it might be good. Get it cheaper. But yeah, let them steal my idea. Dean said, out of all weapons, respect, man. Aha. Yeah, I don't know, but I do like knuckle dusters. Out of all weapons, I don't know. Pete said, I got one from Baines and Bows, an £80 pistol string. Was that for these new ones, though? Because I had read somewhere that said you shouldn't use the old pistol strings on these new crossbows. Sure Liam said about that he'd been told that by Horizon, innit? Just Chinese will invade the West in the next 30 years. Better start learning Chinese, didn't we? Living in the woods or something. Weapons stuff. The Horizon strings are apparently stronger and thicker, so the older ones can snap. Yeah, I remember you saying in your video. And that probably would make sense, because if you think about how them old ones are rated, they're really only like £40. You're nearly doubling it on there. Dead Not Z said, good, I like tinky takeaways. Yeah, it might be good, isn't it? Better food, might live longer if we all start living like them. Colonel said, yeah, blades and bows not available. Yeah, check out the. I'm pretty sure I've seen a website selling the actual Horizon strings, and it was probably the Horizon website. Dead Not Z, sweet and sour pork is to die for. Mine used to be sweet and sour prawns, but can't eat too many prawns now. I ain't touched them since I got that gout. Dave said, my girlfriend's favourite is the weapon of mass destruction. If that's too explicit, my bad. No, that's good, mate. Don't worry about it. I was talking about things like that. Don't make a habit of it, though. Nah, I don't mind. Don't turn into a bloody thing. Diamond Jones said, just imagine millions in hive mind ant people with no remorse come to wipe you out. Yeah, I don't want that. If I have to join in with them, I will. Pete said, the packet says Anglo Arms crossbow string, perfect replacement for £80 pistol crossbows. Yeah. I don't know, mate. It's just, you know, like, you know what I mean, they don't you? Because all these old prods that say they're £80, they're not really, you know what I mean? Simon says, stop talking about sodomy. That is highly degenerate and disrespect your girlfriend when you do. Well, that was you who mentioned it in the first place, wasn't it? They're not these Simon Jones. I don't think the Yanks are intended to invade us, to be honest. Steve said your sense of humour is cool, man. Pete said, yeah, I'll get you. Yeah. Well, you just have to see, wouldn't you? See what happens, do you know what I mean? But, yeah. You know what I mean, don't you? I don't know. But the only way to test it would be to get one, put it on, I suppose, get one of the cheap ones, test it with a weight or something, see if it breaks. Put actual £80 worth of weight on it. I might try that myself if you want. I've got a spare string. I'll tell you what, I'll make that video if you want. I'll test an old £80 string, see what the breaking strain of it is. When I say old, I mean it'll be a new one, but the old style ones, you know what I mean? Dave said, how does your wife feel about all your weapons? Well, lucky I'm single, so I don't have to worry about that. Pete said, yeah, sounds good. Kerno said, great idea. Yeah, I'll do that if you want. I could test that out. I'm pretty sure I've got a brand new string somewhere. If not, you can get one cheap anyway. By the way, Liam, cheers for doing this. I appreciate it, mate. Thanks for doing Simon Jones. I'm in bored a bit. Peter Smith, hi, mate. Just tuned in. I got the video uploaded on drawing high poundage bows. Would have done a review on the sword from Blades and Bows, but people were mowing the lawn today. Yeah, I saw your video. I didn't get a chance to watch it though. Pete said, walk the plank. Simon Jones, I'm sorry, reality and fiction is a blur to me at times. Crazy Chicken Guy, I'm really lucky my wife and I both like knives and guns. We're a bit like Bert and Eva from the Tremors films. Oh, nice. I think those two and their gun board probably might have inspired me to do that. Simon Jones, yeah, well, don't talk about it. We'll stop going on about it. Do you know what I mean? Steve said, my wife is mad for her weapon. She so wants to shout out. Her name's Sophie. All right, Sophie. He said, be much appreciated. All right, Sophie. Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Tremors guns on the wall did make me inspire me to do that a bit years ago. Because we've had, you know, my other gun board, we had one before that. But this is like third generation gun board. Maybe fourth, because we had them when we were kids, we just nailed nails into the wall and hung them on that. And then my dad got sick of that, holes in the walls, and then put a ply board on the wall, little one, probably less than half the size of that. Pete said, cool, let's not go down that road then. Dave said, I went from girlfriend to wife, lol. Pete said, congrats. Yeah, Mark's missus, she's not a fan of weapons and that, but she doesn't mind them either, and she'll buy them for him. That's one good thing. If you got a missus who likes them and will buy them for you, it means you're going to get them over Christmas. Stuff, didn't we mention interesting nightmares last night? Yeah, that'd be something interesting to talk about. I'll tell you the one about the crushing the heads thing. The two crushing head nightmares I had. One of them was I was in like a lumber yard. I was trying to think what you'd call it. You know, like a lumber yard, you know, like a home-based kind of place, but it was all wood. And there was all wood stacked up high. and you could walk under it, under these great big shelves. But under the great big shelves, they was just held up by bits of wood. And I'm pretty sure at some point in that dream, I'd jumped off of something and landed on the floor as well. But at one point, I was stood under the shelves. This is all I can remember of it, standing under the shelves at one point. Shelves fell down, and I felt the shelves come down until they crushed my head. And at the point my head was crushed, I woke up. And the other one was a very, very vivid dream of Earth being invaded by aliens and spaceships. And it was so vivid, it felt like it was real at the time. And in the dream, I was looking out of the window, and you could see all these UFOs in the sky and loads of fighter jets trying to like fight them. And it, you know, it was quite scary, but like amazing at the same time because it seemed so real. And flying through the clouds and that, and you know, just how you'd imagine on like a film, I suppose. And at one point, I was suddenly inside a UFO looking out, and then suddenly the room started getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until that I felt it crushing my head, and then my head felt my head crush in, and I woke up. That was quite freaky. That was, yeah, very bizarre. And then I've had the He-Man dream when I was a kid. Well, it wasn't He-Man, but it was there was some monster thing in He-Man that used to have these spikes coming out there. It was orange furry thing, and I was about probably only about 10 at the time in this dream, and it was trying to get up the stairs to kill us. And there was me, my dad, Malk, and my mum. That was all there would have been in the family then. My other brothers that weren't born, and sister. And I was trying to stop it getting upstairs, and I jumped down the stairs, and the spike went straight through my chest, and that woke me up, and I had a really bad, painful, like pain in my chest just there. It's bizarre, those ones where you feel pain. Really weird. And then there was another one. We had a dog as well. I had a dog. When me and Matt was born, the dog was about 6 months old, so it grew up with us. You know, so when I was about 12, it was 12. And I had a dream about that being outside our back gate, and I think these people was trying to get in, and the dog was trying to protect us, and then suddenly the dog turned on me and bit my arm, and I woke up from that, and my arm was hurting. Weird, them ones. But that's probably the most vivid ones I can remember. And I used to have reoccurring dreams about falling off of things or jumping off of roofs and landing on the floor, and I would have that reoccurring in one night. So I'd do that like 5 times in one night and keep waking up. Very bizarre. I'll go off a bit now. Lady Potatoes, you right, mate? Crazy Chicken Guy said, you better say hi to my wife now. Her name is it Fee? All right, Fee. Sorry, I was having a ramble about a dream then. All right, Fee. If that's how you pronounce it anyway, I always say names wrong. Diamond Jones said I had a nightmare. Richard Smith. Bowstring on a normal bow should be at least 3 times stronger than the draw weight, and anything over 5 times the breaking strain is overkill. I said it would probably be all right then, wouldn't it? Tom said I went from wife to girlfriend, then I noticed they'd broken in. Melanie Rob, I'd just like to say thanks again for the stuff, and I now own 2 S10 gas masks. They're nice. Women stuff said, cool, yeah, they are good masks. Make sure they have in-date filters for them. Yeah, that's probably the most important thing, isn't it? Have you know, because even an old mask, if you've got a new filter, it's all right, isn't it? You know, if the mask is all right. Peach United said I had a werewolf dream a long time ago when I used to work in Blockbusters. When I worked in the shop, I used to eat sweet popcorn and drink a can of Monster. Not long before bed, my brain was still awake. Yeah. I do like a good nightmare. It can be quite, you know, freaky, but sort of good, if you know what I mean. And then Rob said, I'll check those. Thanks again. Yeah, I saw, you know, as long as you have, like Liam said, new filters. Hey, Sticking Guy said, cheers, dude. So I'm saying, which weapons are in your dreams? I'll tell you what, I think the only weapon I ever had in a dream that I can remember It's a hammer. It's a tool anyway, isn't it? But I was using it as a weapon. Donald said, what kind of weapons do you like in general? What's the main reason you collect them? Is it for self-defense or are you trying to foster a scary reputation? No, I've always liked weapons. I've liked weapons since I was a child. You know what I mean? And what I like any weapons, to be honest. Knives, anything you can think of. Yeah. Absolutely anything. Daily potatoes, yeah. Did the Amazon thing go through? I haven't noticed. Yeah, I was thinking I can't. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have a look. I'll have a look. I don't think I looked in the end. I completely forgot, if I'm honest. McDonald said, do you collect gas masks like weapon stuff? No, I've only got one. I bet you would be as good as that. I bet you would be as good as that as collecting firearms and close quarter combat equipment. Yeah, my problem is the money now. I've never got any money anymore. All of that stuff. I've not really bought anything new for ages. This is probably the thing I bought recently, and it was through my Patreon supporters, really, and a bit of birthday money. Simon Jones said, I dream of MG42 and samurai swords. You know, I may have dreamt of weapons, but I can't think of any off the top of my head. I did dream I had tattoos all over me once, which is weird, and that Malk had done it. Jam Jedi said, hello, Mike. You right, mate? And he said, finally caught a live stream time difference here. It's 3:26. Oh, right. Yeah, what's that? Like 6 hours? Yeah, no. Yeah, 6 hours behind, yeah. Offers in milkshake. He said, how often do you stream? Fridays and Saturdays. And is there a specific schedule for this? Do you have videos about stream times? I never mentioned it on any videos, but I do them every Friday and Saturday, 8:30. Pete said, I like when a dream is that real that you don't know if the places you go in the dream are real memories or completely made up in your head. Odd feeling. Yeah. The worst one for me is if you're seeing an old friend, or you ever had a dream where you've fallen in love in a dream and then you wake up and you're like sort of gutted. Do you know what I mean? Because you was feeling it properly, you know. Very bizarre. Richard Smith, the only mask I have is the SM74 gas mask, and I use it for filing and grinding wood or metals. Yeah, Liam's always recommended me to do that mine, but I never bloody remember. I'm honest. I wouldn't mind getting more Swiss masks, but they normally cost a lot here. Pizza, did the MG42 shoot the swords? Because that might have just blown off the planet. Just having a look at some. Pizza, yeah, I've had those but made up girls. I don't know, but yeah, pulls your heartstrings. Yeah, it does, you know, especially if you feel like it's real, do you know what I mean, at the time. Only potatoes, only gas mask I have is a Finnish M61. Yeah, that's what I've got. I think that's what I've got anyway. It's hot in here now. Let's have a look, see if the temperature's actually gone up, if it's just me. Yeah, still about 26. Probably just me then. Yeah, I got my gas motor. You can just see it over there. Let me see if I can point it with the camera. I can't see what I'm pointing at, if you know what I mean. It's pointing up 5 minutes. See the sort of green bag down there? I would just get it, but then I end up putting it on. But you know what I mean? It's the one with the big nose. My room always gets hotter in the evening as it faces west, so the sun setting warms it up more than early in the day. Yeah, mine's not too. Mine tends to be hotter earlier on in the year. It's not so bad now. As long as I have my curtains shut in the afternoon, I think that's when I start getting it. Once I've said also heat gets trapped inside the room, etc. over time. Yeah. The only thing I found to get rid of that is to keep the curtains shut. But you know, that's if you want to, because it can be. I don't like sitting in a room that's all dark. You know what I mean? No sunlight. But sometimes the curtains shut, stop the heat getting in. Curtains said, "Where are you? Where in the UK are you?" Buckinghamshire. Pete said it's a stalker. I didn't say heavy breathing. Nah, Canos are out. He's a bit of a regular. He's one of us. It's one of us, one of us. What's that from? Or am I? No, don't start that. Right, Slingshot Warrior. Good to see you on, mate. Gobble gobble, one of us. What is that from? I've heard that chant. I know it, but I haven't said one of us gobble gobble. I have a new video up soon. It's from the film Freaks. I don't think I've seen that, you know. Yeah, I've never got around watching that. That's an old classic, isn't it? I read something really interesting earlier. And very well-made modern houses are so good at being insulated, they actually need special air vents for the residents don't suffocate. Bloody hell. Yeah, well, I watch some of them things when they build houses and that. Yeah, they do pretty much make them airtight now, don't they? Does anyone know if I can turn off the Wi-Fi on my Sky router but still use it on my PC? Not sure, mate. Unless you turn the router off and just plug a wire in. I don't know if that's what you mean, really. Lady Potatoes made in 1932, but it's basically secret culture. When I was young, I always wondered why people didn't suffocate in houses. Isn't it also in The Simpsons or something? Yeah, I think that's where I've seen it from. But I've not seen Freaks. Freaks is one of those things I want to see, but I haven't seen it yet. Yeah, it must be on something like that, but I've seen it on. Warren said you should do some travelling, bro. Oh, I would do if I had the money. You know me. Told you, I've only got 70p in my name, and that's the truth. When people say they ain't got any money, I mean it. I'm going to get my 70p then to prove it. Lady Potatoes, not sure what Sky router is like. If you log on to it, you can disable Wi-Fi for most routers and still use LAN. Jam Jedi said, it's the big computer and my mini fridge that keep my man cave toasty. Yeah. My computer that keeps us warm in here. And the fact I don't open my windows half the time either. And I should travel where? I think he just means anywhere. America. Around the world. Or if you mean travel where to me, anywhere. I'll be honest, I'm not fussed about it though. If I had the money, I could have, like, there's someone in America who would let me stay at their house on short notice, probably. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not too fussed about not going if I never did. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to travel to Cambodia, you can paint or shoot weapons there. Yeah, I've seen people do that. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm just not too fussed about it, really. Double Sabu said, Lady Potatoes, cheers, mate. Tried doing that in my PC settings. Not bloody useless. Jedi said, my wife says my room looks like a flea market and smells like a Cosmoline and Hops 9. So. Women never like our man caves, though, do they? So, I'm surprised there isn't a mass exodus from Brits from the UK. Yeah, I'm surprised as well. Tom Jones said England is your homeland. Yeah. Mike Chauncey, would you prefer to live in the US or the UK? Well, I'd prefer to live in the UK, but I'd rather the UK changed a bit. I mean, I don't mind how, you know, I don't know, it's getting bad, but you know, you always love the country you're born in, do you know what I mean? And you know, I like the English culture and that. There's nothing wrong with the US, do you know what I mean? Don't know. Damn dead, I would and take you shooting. My cousin has 450 acres. I don't know. Oh, I appreciate that. That's another person I've got to add to the list then. I'll try and visit quite a few people. I've got to America. Friends, I was watching Wertherby stream last night and he eventually went to massive red-pilled rant. It was very funny to watch. Lady Potatoes, I mean, I'm in the process of moving to the US, but then again, the UK isn't my homeland. All right. Canada, they're thinking of legalising dope. Canada said travel is overrated, if you ask me. Yeah, I've got no desire for it. You know what I mean? Like I said, I understand myself. Also, where would we go? Can't simply get a visa to anywhere in the world. No, exactly. Where was I? Tom said, why would Brits exodus? Where would they go? UK's their land. Jam Jam said, no, they don't. She hates it. Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. Yeah, they don't like our man caves, do they? Tom Jones says, retard mentality. Soon as the going gets tough, run somewhere else. Oh, I would never leave this country. Thanks for where I'd welcome you to the States. Appreciate that. If I ever come over there, mate, I'll try and visit you. I'd put you on the list, definitely. Yeah. The place I would most likely be in the first place would be Baltimore, that kind of area, because that's the person who would let me stay at their house. I mean, but if I ever did go to America, I'd probably have to have a lot of money because I'd rather just stay in some kind of hotel or something so I could do my own thing. I mean, but I've told him realistically it's probably never going to happen. I mean, Richard, have you seen a film called Splinter? I don't think so. I don't think I have, mate. Rings a bell though. Double Saber, nobody allowed in my man cave except for me. Well, yeah, his Rambo museum. Mike said, you're calling Santa's a retard. He said not to fight a fight when you can't win. Yeah, Cryptic, right, mate? He said, just joined. Why dislikes are just a strange troll. Things like warrior, don't go to Baltimore. Simon Jones says, we are a mongrel race bred by warriors and clans of primitive screwheads. The UK will survive. We got the bollocks. Yeah, I think so. And most people who come here go away again eventually anyway, don't they? So Peter, don't start talking about letting people in your cave. You'll start signing off again. No, just kidding. Yeah. Let me look up Splinter. I'll see if I have seen it. It does ring a bell, but I don't think. I know I have not seen that. No, I've put that on the list. So yeah, get liking. Kind of my dream years ago was to visit Jamaica. Came true. One of the biggest disappointments ever. Like I said, I've got no desire to go anywhere really. I never looked at anywhere or seen anything. I thought, oh, I'd like to go there. You know. Other stuff. Some of the lefties trying to argue Second Amendment was based on muskets, and it took 90 seconds to reload a musket, and they were not dangerous. It surprises me that people can be that ignorant to facts. Yeah. Or Baltimore high murder rate. I'm sure my mate would keep me safe, mate. He wouldn't take me anywhere dangerous. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be on my own. I'd be with someone who's lived in Baltimore their entire life. Daily potatoes, you can also reload a musket way faster than that. And then I said, yeah, the video on YouTube, freeload 45 seconds. Yeah, exactly. Oh, people just come up with any excuse to, or any, not excuse, but any bloody facts that they can come up with, can't they? That don't mean anything after time, you know what I mean? Mr. Datblink, you're right. Mike Chauncey, the Bill of Rights is the list what the government can't do, not what we can do. Rumble Saber, I like Jamaica cake. I don't know if I've ever had that. Damn Jedi, leaving time's nothing. I hate when others tell people that. Random stuff. What are you on about? I'm talking about the US. Funny old night tonight for the comment, for the conversations we're having. So, is anyone watching the boxing tonight? I've been tempted to watch it. I suppose that must be it. That must be happening about now, isn't it? Simon Jones said, something to say defeatism is disease. You have the mentality of a sick card. Like said lol. Yeah, lion's ginger Jamaican cake. I can eat a whole one in one sitting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that. Lady potatoes. How about this? People can choose what they want to do. Exactly. Yeah, to be honest, it doesn't, you know, you're right. You're 100% right, and I agree with that. If people want to have the mentality to leave, they can leave. If the ones who don't can stay, can't they? You know what I mean? Don't make any difference, does it? Shot Warrior, I heard many Brits move to France and Italy. I'll tell you what, quite a few go to Spain. There's areas in Spain that could be pretty much English, I think. Colonel said, when does the football start? I ain't got a clue, mate. Simon said, if you compare modern firearms to flint and powdered rifles, it's a bit daft, like comparing a slingshot to a cannon. Richard Smith, has anyone on here had a P3 filter that failed? I bought an RD40 filter that was in date, half an hour of wood sawing, and I could start tasting sawdust, took the mask off, and visually would dust free inside the mask. Yeah, who knows? It must have clogged it up, I suppose, though. You'd think it'd last longer than that, though, wouldn't you? No, I don't really know, though. Liam might know, though. Fiona said, I don't have a license. Simon said, only Brits moving to France and Italy are the elderly in retirement. and stuff. It's sort of like a ginger cinnamon golden syrup cake, quite nice. Damn Jedi, quit watching boxing after Mike Tyson bit of Andy Holyfield. Damn Jedi made me so mad, lol. Other stuff. Part of filters can't be compromised, just overloaded. You obviously had a broken filter. Simon Jones said World Cup starts next Thursday, I think. Also, all the mask was not airtight. Peter, no, I like UFC and cage fighting, but not much boxing. I'm going to start drinking protein powder and get fit, gain weight and muscle on it. I don't mind UFC. I've not watched it for years, though. I probably watched it when you could watch it on the telly. Do you know what I mean? And I said, does anyone here have a TV license? Yeah, we've all got TV licenses, right? Don't say you ain't got one, they come after you. Might be monitoring this. Double Sabu. Once Mike's tried that cake, he'll be hooked. Someone will be offering to send me one next. Simon said, why is there a surplus of guns in France? Was told there was shit left over or sent there. I ain't got a clue, mate. Any plated on? No. Did away with the TVs. I never used it. I must admit, I hardly watch my telly anymore. I'm always on this now, the computer. And I barely even sit on my sofa anymore. I'm always here. But I do watch films. When I watch a film, that's always on the sofa on the telly. But yeah, compared to the amount of time I did used to sit on the sofa, it's barely anything now. The encrypted TV license probably sounds so stupid to Americans. Yeah, I bet it does. Tom Jones said, Mike Chauncey, weak card, keep running from your problems. Yeah, actually, Simon, don't try and start arguments with people, though. That's not really fair, do you know what I mean? You know. And I don't think, oh, I don't know. Apparently the BBC are getting worse. I get worried because more and more people are refusing them. Big Shot Warrior, TV is for idiots. Stopped watching years ago. Tom said, go fuck the TV license. Then was our boot. Ronda Rousey is well fit. I could beat me up any day. She's a pro wrestler now, isn't she? On the WWE. Lady Potatoes, they probably sold a lot of the guns that were seized in the UK. Peach night, yeah, see you in a bit, mate. Lady Potatoes, bought even. MJ O'Neill could be, yeah, it does sound odd, but we have some odd crap here. Benefit, Mike, do you watch any live TV? Not a lot really now, to be honest. When I get up, I turn the telly on before I get out of bed just to wake me up. But yeah, not a lot hardly now, really. No, not even at night. I even notice now I tend to be on my computer till I go to bed. And then when I get in bed, I turn the PS3 on and then just go on the last bit of internet and then get to bed. But there used to be a time when I used to watch BBC Three in the evening, so that would be all like Family Guy and all that. Yeah, I don't watch any live TV now, I don't think. Rumble Saber, it's only illegal to watch TV if you can prove you ain't watching live TV. You're fine. Yeah, I got license. I got TV license anyway, so. Roman stuff. If it was my house, I would just use a TV without an aerial as a monitor. We're exempt from a license if you do that. Mark said, I love TV. Every time it's on, I go to another room. I'm just saying, I haven't watched TV in years. Everything I need is on the net. Yeah. Now I've got this computer and it's got a decent screen. I tend to watch everything on that, apart from films. Mike said, TV is programming. I'm not a computer. Richard Smith, I bought another P3 filter and it's working fine for the past few months, so it's probably faulty. That's fine, Tom Jones. I'll show them my mask collection and scare them off. They wouldn't come back. Just going to whack on the slow mode again now because it's a bit too fast for me to read. But don't go mad with the comments just for a second, otherwise I'll be way behind again. I should be on. I'll just scroll back up again. Number 7, I hate talking politics, but daytime TV is so liberal and left wing, like the right stuff makes me cringe. Yeah, because I'll tell you, I sometimes have the telly on in the background for a bit of noise, and sometimes that's on there, and that's total bollocks. All of that kind of stuff, they're just crap, fucking shite. Same as why I can't listen to RBC now. That's the same. Things that where the internet has better content, survival, weapons, videos are awesome. Yeah, thing with the internet, you can pick your own entertainment, can't you? You know, I prefer it. I've got nothing against telly. I love telly. You know, I do love. You know, there's stuff I've seen. You know, TV series that I've absolutely loved, and some of the best entertainment I've ever had. You know what I mean? But, must admit, there's a lot of crap on now. Stop the rot. Stop watching live TV. Yeah. Simon, don't be a welly bin that telly. Alfred Smith, yeah. Particle filters slowly clog up until it's hard to breathe. They never let particles through unless defective. Like I said, Joseph Goebbels and Edward Bernays would love modern TV. And I'm sorry, I won't make argument. Sorry, sorry. Sing Up Warrior. I was watching an 80s TV series that was much better than shows today with no gays. I ain't got nothing against gays, mate, at all. They don't bother me in the slightest, mate. In fact, I've got gay relatives. But, you know, it's up to you if you want to, you know, not everyone. Rumble Salber, I just stick to ads, just stick ads on BBC and be done with it. Yeah, yeah. They put ads on the BBC in foreign countries and it worked there, but the BBC know they'll lose out if they weren't forced to pay for it. Yeah, I don't know why. You know, well, I know why they don't, like you said, but you know, it wouldn't bother anyone if they did have ads on there. I very, very, very rarely watch anything on BBC anymore. Mike Chauncey, gays are the least of the world's problems. Yes, that's exactly right. I'm glad you said that, Mike, because that is exactly true. Gay people are not the thing you need to worry about in life. They're not the ones attacking people, you know, killing people, stuff like that. You know, it's not a big deal, is it? Do you know what I mean? You know, someone's sexuality. I don't know why it bothers people, but it does bother some people. Damn Dead I do like to watch some of the old westerns. You can easily find them on the net. Yeah, I do like the old western. Lady Potato, someone has to deal with ourselves. Yeah. Where am I? I'm getting lost here now. Dumble Subway. Jeremy Carl show makes me laugh. You'd have to have an IQ of a glass of water and no teeth to be prepared to be exploited on that show. I know, it's mad, isn't it? My brother watches that, and I sometimes sit in the room and watch it with him just to have his company, sort of thing. And people on there are fucking nuts. And I don't know. Why would you go on it? They're not. I saw a couple of guys the other day. They were in the street fighting over a manhole. Simon Jones, BBC are pretty much anti-native Brit at this point, and British idiots pay for them to spread the filthy propaganda. Tallest monkey in the jungle, not paid my TV licence for years now. BBC full of left-wing nonsense. Yeah. Let's stop going on about gay people. In fact, actually, if anyone mentions gay people again, I'm going to put you in a timeout. Because it's not something that, I don't know why you're not bothered by it. You know what I mean? Because the thing that I can't understand is people who claim they're not bothered by things, but then can't stop talking about it. You know what I mean? Rumble Sabu, Carl bangs on about people who don't work, but if everybody worked, we wouldn't have an audience. He wouldn't have an audience. Yeah, I know. Yeah, especially in the daytime. Yeah, he wouldn't have none, would he? Mike Dorsey, what's scary is that the wealth and the power of the world is being concentrated into a hands of a few. I'm getting to the stage now. I'm reading comments out and not actually reading them. You know what I mean? Funny evening tonight. Secret Warrior. Show I watched was Tales from the Dark Side and had very few minorities and no gays. They've always been like that though. It's always been like that though. Apparently, I've always been. Can I? They protect a Secret Warrior 1. I let him off. I just deleted his comment because it may have not seen it. But you're still on Slingshot Warrior. I just deleted it. Let's not talk about that anymore because it's pointless. You know what I mean, Slingshot Warrior's comment was deleted because I said I don't want to keep talking about. Well, I don't want you lot keep going about gays anymore because you all claim it bothers you so much, but you can't shut up about it. You know what I mean? But it doesn't bother me in the slightest. In fact, I do find it slightly offensive. You know what I mean? Because I don't know why people have a problem with gay people. They don't do anything to anyone. You know what I mean? I've read that. Jumbo said, Mike, did you ever watch Erie, Indiana? No, never seen that. Things that Warwick said, cool. Yeah. It's just otherwise it's going to be a long stream of that constantly, and I don't want my stream filled with that crap. You know what I mean? You know, same as I don't want it filled with politics, same as I don't want it filled with religious stuff. Because you got to remember, what you talk about doesn't go onto your channels; it goes onto my channel. And then when people watch this video, they don't associate it with you; they associate it with me. You know what I mean? Right, where am I? I'm just going to go back up a bit. Hang on. Jam Joe said the show Sliders on the Sci-Fi Channel was great. I think I started watching that when it originally came on. They had one where the Nazi would have won and taken over the world. They had different scenarios. Just anyway, just a great show. Yeah, I think I did watch some of that when it first came on. It might have been because we had the Sci-Fi Channel for a bit, and then we stopped paying for the Sky, so we didn't get it anymore. Or it doesn't bother. I was just making a point about television, and that's cool, mate. It's cool. That's fine. It's just it starts a thread. That's all, and you know what I mean. But I've got no problem with you, mate. That's fine. Only potato. I don't like people don't like what they don't understand. Yeah, that's true. Stuff. I think the thing that annoys me is like Frankie Boyle as a comedian, but whenever he has guests on his show, it's always left-wing circle jerk. His solo stuff is much better when he offends everyone equally. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I couldn't watch his political kind of things he was doing. It was too like that, like you said, left-wing and that, and you know, sort of anti-Brexit kind of stuff, and or you know, I don't know if that definitely is it, but I imagine it's all anti-Brexit and people who voted Brexit as a thick, and you know what I mean, which most of them kind of things are now. Double Sabu, let's talk about Jamaican ginger cake. Not have a thing for gingers. Lady Potato said, love the sort of comedy where equally offensive talk. Yeah, that's what I prefer, you know. Nothing wrong with that. Have you watched Grimm? It's quite good fun. No, I think I may have watched like one episode of that, but I would have. Again, it must have been on some channel. I don't, I don't know. Grimm stuff said, yeah, that's my point. Hanky insults everyone. When he has a guest on, they keep making Trump jokes non-stop. Yeah, I don't, puts you off, doesn't it? Or I remember Erie, Indiana. That was where Gravity Falls came from. All right. Lady Potatoes, yeah. He seems to be a hot topic from either side. Everyone just keeps beating on the dude, and it's boring now. Yeah, I'll get bored. You get sick of it, don't you? Polish Monkey said, I just watched Death Wish remake. It has some good violence in it, but wasn't a scratch on the original. That's what I'd heard. I'd heard it was worth watching, but yeah, not as good as the original. You know what I mean? I think sure I like Sliders the first two seasons. I think sure Mad TV is good comedy. I've never seen that. I don't think they show it over here. I know what it is though. Tony Shaw, just having a couple of beers for you. Cheers. Yeah, cheers, right. Well, I've drunk my coffee. I've just got water now. Different stuff. Yeah, Wertherby had a good rant about that one on one of his videos where he said South Park is now politically correct offensive, only targeting Christians and not every group. Yeah, I must admit, the last series of South Park, I tried to watch it and I didn't think it was very good anymore. And that's probably the reason. I still love South Park. Lady Potatoes, yeah, with a name like that, it needs to be run. I'll say Sailor Shaw, yeah. Things like everything is a remake in Hollywood. Oh no, it's pity. I wish they would just make some. Surely it's not that hard to come up with an original bloody script. Josh O'Neill, a couple of bevies and come to see what you're on with. Ever used any Barusticlers? No, I don't know if I said that right, even the slightest. No, never even heard of them. Let me have a look. I might know it, but not know it, if you know what I mean. Might just not know it from the name. No, they look all right, though. Similar to Moores by looks of it, some of their stuff. Yeah, quite nice. What's your biggest knife? I don't bloody know. I sold all my big knives. I used to have a load of really big ones. Probably just something not much bigger than this now, off the top of my head, anyway. I'm also on Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. I'm surprised the Simpsons is still on there. I know that must be on like series 25 in it, or something more than that now. Very sure lady people, bloke can't drink beer, so I do it for him. That's not a knife. That's a knife. Yeah, off the top of my head, I ain't got no really big knives now. I've just got your standard sort of, I suppose, 8-inch blade. You know what I mean? There's my ruler. Yeah, that's 7 1/4. Simon, I put you on a timeout because you wouldn't shut up after I told you to. I'll block you again in a minute. Actually, fuck it. Weapon Stuff said it's to do with marketing. They do remakes, brand recognition, and therefore make more money. Or have you ever tried You have to try indie films. I watch a lot of. Yeah, if you mean like independent films, yeah, I watch loads of indie films. Yeah, probably some of my favourite films are sort of indie films. Yeah. Lady Potatoes, yeah, maximum profit and all that. Like I said, in the media business, they call it TV show filler. The advertisements are where the money's at, not the show. Things where I said Hollywood is bleeding profits. Josh O'Neill, hard time out. I warned everyone, you know, and then he continuously kept doing it. So, you know, 2 times after I'd mentioned it, that was it. And also, but ain't the size, it's how you use it. That's what my excuse is anyway. Yeah. Peter Smith, Mike, I'm not a gun expert, but has there been a 7x57 Mauser fully automatic military type rifle? I've seen a good compromise between a 5.56 NATO. Giants, I don't know. I haven't got a bloody clue. I'm not much up on my guns anymore. I used to be. I could have told you the name of any gun, what caliber it was, and all that. But I've not kept up on the knowledge of it, I've lost all that knowledge now. Before every year you should check out the film Standoff. I'll put that on the list, mate. All this monkey said Tony London serial killer, great in film. Yeah, I've seen that. That's good, isn't it? I highly recommend that if people haven't seen it. Yeah, that's good, isn't it? I do like that. Quite bizarre, weird, you know. I think I've had that issue a lot of times. People keep doing something I tell them to stop, but they can't help themselves. Yeah. Thing is, I'd actually unblocked him from last time because I thought, oh, maybe I'll give him a second chance. And I'll be honest with you, from the very moment I unblocked him, he was starting it again. So it was inevitable. It was going to happen again, you know. Things that were a great indie film, action thriller. Sorry if you said countless times before, and you still own any length knife in your own property. Yes. Yeah, you can have any knives in your house, apart from, no, you can have anything at the minute. Yeah, you can even have a flick knife if you wanted to. It's whether you could get it or not. Do you know what I mean? Slingshot Warrior, no. Simon Jones, I think it is. No, not you, mate. No, you're all right. I'm saying all you need to know about guns is bloody yeah. Sam said if you buy a deactivated double barrel, can do what you like. I want one shortened. I don't think you can, mate. I think you can cut the stock down. Jumble Boo will know. I think you can cut the stock. No, I don't think. Yeah, you might be able to put like a. No, I don't think you can do anything to him saying that. I wouldn't bother if I was you. No, don't cut them down or anything. All this monkey in jungle. I like first Earth Blood part. Yeah, that's what Jumble Boo's favourite film, definitely. Yeah, that guy I blocked and let off a few times until he eventually fed me up. He was one of those guys that couldn't help himself, making stupid comments in every video. Yeah, you know, half the time it's just a joke, but they need to realise sarcasm doesn't come across in a message. Also, if you write something after I've said it, sometimes it appears like it's just being said to me. You know, these people don't realise that, and you know, and especially if I've asked them a couple of times and then had to warn them, it's because it's their loss. It's not ours. Do you know what I mean? Tom said, if you take a hacksaw to a deactivated gun, can you get a bollocking, basically? Yes, I think you can, mate. Yeah, probably more than a bollocking. But yeah, things are good to know. I read the official laws myself before doing anything. I'd read the official laws before doing anything. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm pretty sure you can't. Lady Potatoes can't modify deactivated guns. Thinking about it, yeah, I think you'd get done for I don't know what, but it'd be, you know, I don't know, but I wouldn't. I know, yeah. Things that I tell them, they'll ring about my scrap as well. So, but I prefer I put folding stock on my deactivated Mossbow 500. Double check with the laws, as I'm no expert, not even close to one. No, I agree with you though. I'm pretty sure you can't cut them down because they, especially the barrel, because the barrel length is written on a deactivated certificate. If you cut the barrel down, they'll know you did as well if you've got the certificate still. Said, shit, I hope I can't find a wall hanger of Evil Dead boomstick. Always wanted one. Yeah, I've always wanted one there, but it's virtually impossible to get something like that unless you pay a lot of money for deactivated. You know, it's hard to get a cheap one anyway, you know what I mean? Lady Potato, it's better to remove one dude being an arse rather than having them rain on everyone's parade to don't stop it. Yeah, exactly. You know, like I didn't warn, so, you know what I mean? Peter Smith, get classed as making illegal weapon through modification, most likely. Yeah, that's it. Lady Potatoes, they sell replica wall hangers on Etsy, but they're not real still. I suppose, yeah, you could get one like that and it would still look good, wouldn't it? You know, something like that, especially if you just want it on the wall. That would be a perfect thing, wouldn't it? I think it works on barrel length. The stock can be changed there. Yeah, because that's the only thing they have got. The stock and the length of the gun's not mentioned, but the barrel length is. Lady Potatoes, exactly. There are lots of people who got annoyed when I said making stricter commenting rules on my video, my channel, my rules, but no, some people can't respect the rules. No, exactly. I know. I think people find it fucking funny as well, you know. But the thing is, what people don't appreciate is it's your video, it's my video, and it goes onto our channels. If we don't want certain things mentioned or whatever, because we don't want that on our channel, then that's up to us, isn't it? You know. Things that were here in the States, you can buy stun grenades online. Yeah, I don't even get them over here, mate. So as long as it's later, looks the part, I don't care what it's made of. Plus, if it falls on your head, it won't brain me. Yeah, we'll have to look into it. All right, Peach. Might you ever own a plug fire gun? Not very loud compared to bats. I don't. No, I don't think so. No, I haven't, mate. I'm just going to have a look at them. No, I went to the wrong website. No bloody pictures. Yeah, I noticed in the comments of that video, it's quite funny how offended some people were in the comments. Stalker memes were just clogging up the comments at one point. And then Liam said, lol, I warn people about shouting first now as well as removing the comments. First and faster on my word blacklist. That makes the comments automatically held review. You should see my my word blacklist. It's got about 150 bloody words on it, at least. But I put on that blacklist a lot of phrases so I could block out a whole lot of, like, there's probably 50 phrases that are very similar to each other. You know what I mean? I didn't want people writing on here. Someone said I made a Mad Max Story wall hanger. Just looking at painting it, want it rusty. Oh, Mad Max Story. Yeah, I've seen that, I think. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen that. Yeah. It's made of wood, isn't it? Things like, well, you should get a dog, bro. You know what? I like dogs, but the only thing is I don't want the hassle of cleaning up after it, hair everywhere, vet bills. I can't afford that, you know what I mean? But I do like dogs. Pete said you can buy CO2 airsoft grenade that has a plastic shell that pops. Ron said I made a video on my channel. Yeah, I did see it then, yeah. Is that aimed at is that aimed at me and Liam, that? Weird, I thought 88 the truth was alright. Strange thing for him to do that. Where am I? Weapons up. Yeah, mine. Lady Potato said use iron pigment and vinegar. Slingshot said too many snowflakes. Yeah, mine is mostly swear words and other words I know that people often use to start trouble. That way I can manually review anything that is innocent that gets caught. Yeah, I had to ban a lot of phrases like, do you have... I won't say them anyway, don't mean, but you know what I mean. You could probably guess what I'm getting at. Mike, wouldn't it be great if you could have a button where you could get a troll, press the button, get the troll electrocuted off their keyboard? Yeah, that'd be good. I might have to... I don't know, will these things stay on here? Because I might go through these later and actually report these channels and get them shut down. Joshua Neil Simon, if you want to add a patina, metal and lemon juice. Peter Smith. I kind of find it insulting if a random people started telling me how to run my channel. If I don't like the channel, just go somewhere else. Yeah, that's the thing. It's weird, isn't it? But people think they can, and you know, they want to come on your things and talk shit, and you know, we've got to be the ones who have this on our channel afterwards with everyone watching it. You know what I mean? Slingshot Warrior, I like the scene where that kid has throwing the badass boomerang. Yeah, that's good. That. It's made of wood. I'm looking at different paints, but ain't half a pain in the ass. Yeah. You wanted to look metal, did you say? But rusty. Don't know. You could always spray it with metallic sort of silver spray and then put a bit of brown over it, I suppose. You know, little. Yeah, I don't know. That probably wouldn't be too bad. Colonel, might you consider yourself a prepper? Sort of, and not. I definitely wouldn't class myself as like a true prepper, if you know what I mean. I think it was made of blunt metal. Yeah, because he kills the bloke with it, doesn't he? I've never had that problem. Do you practice any bushcraft? Not really. Not really. No, I'll be honest with you. I've got a lot of stuff to do. Bushcrafting. That's bushcrafting. On that's who won my competition. But no, I don't really get out. But when I do go out, I'll do a bit. Simon said, yeah, I want it to look like it cuts out of rusty sheet metal. Look good on a roof arc. Shed shining chrome. Pete said, Simon, use Craig and Rose rust paint. I promise not to make any stupid comments. Nah, it's all right, mate. Don't worry about it. You're all right. Pete said, I've used it and really good as long as you follow the instructions. Is the rust paint to cover up rust? I think he wants it to look rusty. Oh no, it is rust effect. Oh right, yeah, no. So I've just looked. Yeah. Oh, that is rust effect paint then. Yeah, nice. Yeah, looks quite good. Yeah, Craig and Rose Iceland rust effect paint. £6. Pretty cool. Yeah, I just wondered just for a second. You know what I mean? I've just looked it up. I just saw it, mate. But I'll look a bit later. But yeah, no, I just looked. I put that in. Craig and Rose rust paint. Come up with it. Yeah. Pete said, I've used it and it's really good as long as you follow instructions. Joshua O'Neill said, just wondered because of your knives crossbow. Fair play, pal. Yeah, I would do bushcrapping. I sort of do, but I'd never get out a lot now. So, Turbo, they do that with rat rod cars. And the stuff look rusty and actually be rusty. Salt water is a fast way to rust metal. Yeah. I'm sure where the best wood sealer is polyurethane. Tom said, thanks, I looked that up. Yeah, look good. I just looked that up, and it came up with a picture of the stuff, and it's even got the like streaks of rust, if you know what I mean. Peter Smith said, I'm lucky because I don't make many comments on. I don't have many comments on my videos. I hate having to delete rude and insulting comments all the time. I must admit, my actual videos, I don't get none of that. I don't get loads for the size of my channel. I get barely any comments really, and I never get any trolls on my normal videos. It's just these. Then not Z. Southern Tools has a replica sawn off stagecoach gun. Things like, I never use a Thompson water seal. What to do your finish off your wood and metal. It's hard to cut sheet metal because I just make a real one and leave it outside. Yeah, I would have done it out of wood though. Yeah, good idea. Apparently the Polish M5 master visor is made of that. I almost thought it was silicone, but somebody corrected me. Seems most chemical resistant than silicone. And I got caught up with a prepper thing a few years ago. No joke. I had enough food in a shed to feed a fucking army. Bloody hell. I've got bug out bags and all that. And stuff. I like I think streams are magnets for these people because they think their message will actually be seen. Yeah, because they don't comment on normal videos, do they? Peter, I painted it on a 3mm mild steel, but you can paint it on anything. I've said it's attention seeking because they're so miserable. Yeah, got to be in it. Mark said, what do you think of Hawking, Musk and Bezos' warning of mankind has less than 600 years till it's extinct and effort leaves the planet? No, hopefully we would have got out there by then. I think we would have, wouldn't we? If you think of how quickly we've progressed in technology in just 100 years, within 600 years, I'd reckon we'd definitely be able to do things like that. We might be able to in another 100. And that was it. As soon as we started, I think it was like steam engines, wasn't it? As soon as steam engines came around and that kind of stuff, and the Industrial Revolution, we've progressed massively. And then before then, probably thousands of years, we didn't change at all. Really, it was just horses, you know, very slow. Now we're massively progressing. So I reckon we might be all right. Benny Rob, night all, fishing trip in the morning. Good stream, man. Have a good night. Yeah, good night. Well, I'm happy, bro. Have you ever tried tomahawks? I've never had a tomahawk. Stuff might be far less than 600 years, I reckon. Bees are all dying out due to pesticide. No bees, far less pollination. Yeah. No, I ought to slingshot. Have a replica Viking combat axe, though, which is not much bigger. I'm going to stay on to 11 tonight, and that's it. I ain't going to go to half 11 tonight, unless I get lost in the stream. But yeah, I won't go off at half 10. I'll go off at 11 tonight, though. Randy potatoes. Bees are starting to make a rise in some countries due to beekeeping getting really popular. Yeah, I've seen that they've been trying to do that, get people interested in it, haven't they? Sometimes Hawking didn't die, he just said, fuck this, and he's living on Mars. I'd like that, that'd be good, wouldn't it? All these monkey and juggle, Fred Dibner, yes. I love Fred Dibner, I've got a load of his old VHSs. No one, if any of you haven't heard of Fred Dibner, look him up on YouTube. Amazing bloke. Or was, anyway. Tell you, he's popular enough that he's got his own statue in Bolton as well, so it must have been popular. Like said, but 7+ billion won't be leaving the planet. So, oh yeah, but yeah, as long as some of us do and keep the human race going, you know what I mean? Peter Smith, if you want rusty steel look up saltwater electrode bathing using a low electric current to draw the rust to the workplace. Peace. Yeah. Our problem was he wanted a rust effect on wood. Gosh. Be more than 7,600,000,000 years down the line. Yeah. I'm sure I'm off now. Air indoors come tomorrow. Cheers for being there. See you later, mate. Thanks for joining in. Have a nice evening and a weekend. I think throwing spikes are a good idea. Yeah. Other stuff. Hope Hawking has an all-terrain wheelchair then. Yeah. I love Fred. Yeah, brilliant, wasn't he? Absolutely love Fred, didn't I? I think he'll have a cold steel Norse Hawk. That's a good cutting axe. Looks good if you mod it and put it on. Put the time on it. Yeah, I think I've seen them. And you've putting some Tokyo Drift stuff on Mars. Yeah, it'd be good, wouldn't it? That would make a good video tomahawk making. Might even try that. If I ever made a tomahawk, I wouldn't be able to do one with a ring, if you know what I mean, but I'd be able to do an axe head that would go in the slot of the handle. I could do that. But yeah, great steeplejack bloke was a nutter going up them chimneys. Yeah, must have been brave as anything, really. I mean, scary watching him do the things he used to do. Things that were a great sci-fi concept. Zero gravity, you right, mate? The thing I like with the Hanwei Viking axe is aged metal look on it. It's obviously carbon steel underneath, performs well, but looks antiqued. All right. Simon said in 100 people leave Earth on the Ark. Lady Potatoes, got to be careful with Hanwei. The QC quality control kind of sucks. It's either really good or fall apart. Things where preppers are abducted by aliens sent to another planet. Yeah, that'd be good. I'd watch that. Or read it if it was a book. Also, speaking of cold steel, they have an interesting shovel which looks lethal. Yeah, someone was mentioned that earlier or in yesterday's stream. I can say both my Hanwei things have been fine, thankfully. Zero gravity, best or favourite survival knife? Don't know, I do like the old Rambo ones, any of the big ones, but the best quality probably one would probably just be a Moro, wouldn't it? I think. Personal preferences, though, I do like a good survival knife with the stuff in the handle. I do like them. And if you treat them right, they're all right. I mean, said Fred was the last time a man could be a man. Yeah. Yeah. I love his videos. You watch them videos of him going up them chimneys and that. It's insane. And the ladder is like that, and he's climbing up it that way with no harness or anything. Great big bag strapped to him with a bloody Union Jack flag in it because he wants to hang up at the top, and his fag's hanging out of his mouth. Yeah, his wife and his kids stood at the bottom watching him. Things that were Trailer Park Boys. Oh, yeah, I've still got Trailer Park Boys season 12, I think, that I need to watch. Got it ready, just haven't been in the mood yet. I'm contemplating leaving it long enough that I can't remember all of the new series and watch them. They start at something like series 9, 9, 10, 11, 12. Always monkey jungle. Shame he got sick before he finished the mine in his garden. Yeah. He'd even had a letter from the council. Yeah, he got a letter from the council, didn't he, saying he had to stop it, though, I think. Yeah, it was that and his Steam engine won it. Because in the end, I think the BBC paid for him to get it finished for that last series. Oh, I like Bubbles. Yeah, Bubbles is great. I like Ricky as well. Muddle my sideburns off of Ricky. Mike said, Earth 6 mass extinction event underway. Scientists warn the Guardian. All right. What's that, global warming and all that? Well, I suppose it's just us, isn't it? Humans. Other stuff. I think it'll be the antibiotic immune disease that'll get most of us. Yeah. Thinking about that the other day, actually. Hoping that by the time I'm old, they have some new ones. Noob, all right. He said, how's everything going? Yeah, not bad. Zero gravity. An SAK bar. I know you're going to do the bushcraft survival task. Not sure. Maybe in a couple of weeks. Which I must like K-bar knives. The tang on them is not all that great. Yeah, with a lot of knives, it's personal preference, isn't it? you know, how you use them. I've seen knives that people claim are bad because they got hollow handles, but you have to use a hollow handled knife differently to a full tang knife. You know, I've seen people batten with a hollow handled knife and it's been fine, but you shouldn't really do that. Mum said, watch all 12. It's good but sad. What season 12 is good but sad? Last of Mr. Leahy. Yeah. Oh, I'm definitely going to watch it. I've got it ready. I just ain't yet. Damn Jedi, and it's already started MRSA. Yeah. I'm saying, but it's a shame seeing Fred back garden and gear rotting away. It then became a heritage centre, but it's all sold off again. No, I didn't know that. That's a pity. Things like why you Brits don't have trailer parks. Yeah, but we call them caravan sites. Go no trailer park boys. I love my kitties. Yeah. Russia now. I think it will be nuclear war or some pandemic. There's a knock-on effect from that. I think cholera after World War I killed more people than the whole war in less time. Like I global poisoning from the use of fossil fuels and derivatives. You're a gravity, no man. I mean Becker types like the BK7. Oh yeah, they're all good things, you know what I mean? But I was just going by what I've got. I can't really say a knife that I haven't got. You know what I mean? Yeah, I personally wouldn't batten with a knife unless really had to. Small campats would probably be a lot more practical. I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'd ever batten with a knife anyway. I've never seen the need to. You know what I mean? But you know, you can with a hollow handled one, it's just not recommended, and then you could break your knife, do you know what I mean? Don't go down, antibiotic soaps. People not finishing their antibiotics. Yeah. Josh Neal, Scrammer, Bushcraft, real survival knife right there. Have you seen Trailer Park Boys out of the park? They come to England, but their no fuckface made us look like idiots. Yeah, I never saw them, but I'd heard some of them was all right. Yeah, Noel Fielding, wasn't it? Yeah. Geographers are looking at recognition of humans. Learn to fully decode the DNA of humans and plant life. They'll probably find plant that has similar atmospheric to our planet, yeah. And shoot a capture at space to that planet. Yeah. I think, you know, in 600 years, we've got to be able to do things like that, surely. Sometimes you're thinking of the Spanish flu, not cholera. Interesting thing to have a theory now that lots of the flu deaths were caused by people overdosing on aspirin, as they're advised to take loads. Oh, bloody hell, I didn't know that. He said, wow, it's 8:30 for you, 2 p.m. No, it's 10:30 here. 10:30 where I am. Would any Brits like to see Alaska? Yeah, I wouldn't mind going to Alaska. Weapon stuff. Also, doctors prescribing antibiotics for everything without trying other stuff. Yeah, that's why I was thinking about hopefully they'll make new antibiotics soon. But I must admit, I suspect 4 times now I was given antibiotics when I didn't need them. And it wasn't till afterwards that I realised I might not have needed them. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Like I said, knife fighting. I've seen a man with bricks and rock bash show a man with knives. With a knife. You are right, weapon stuff. I didn't know about the aspirin, though. The more you know. So, Mike, did you ever watch the series Tripods? I remember when it was on as a kid and found it really scary. But now I've never got around to watching it. I'll have to get them, because that's something that brings back proper memories to me. I remember seeing one of the big weird cupped feet go onto someone, you know, in one of the clips I saw. When was that on? I'll be able to tell you how old I would have been, you know. Damn Jedi, super bacteria is definitely coming. Alan Peach, for the person who was asking about the cold steel shovel, get one there, good. Oh yes, you've got one in it, mate. Sometimes, yeah, Spanish flu killed more 20, 40-year-olds than any other ages, but those were the same people being advised to keep taking aspirin and get on with it. Yeah, right. Lots of infections naturally go unless you have an open wound. Just take vitamins, eat healthily. Antibiotics should be prescribed for serious infections, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, Mark, I'll tell you what it was, because of my ear. I was getting terrible pains in my ear. If you go to a doctor and say you've got pain in your ear, give you antibiotics. And because you can't look in your own ear, I don't know whether I've got an ear infection or not. You know what I mean? And now I suspect at least maybe 3 times, I didn't have an ear infection. I used to get Jumbo Sabu 1984, 1985. Yeah, so I would have been like 5 then. I used to get antibiotics for everything then and had a chest infection and I needed them and I was told just get over it. Oh, bloody hell. That's crazy about the aspirin. I went to the doctor in my teens, told to take antibiotics for a few spots. Promise that's a true story. No, I believe you. I definitely believe you for that. Question 12, bug in or bug out? Bug in until you have to bug out. That's my opinion. Damn Jedi. We use aspirin as a anti-palatec now. Platelet. Yeah. Beta blocker and aspirin for AFIB. Noob, I live in America, Southwest, and it's 103 degrees Fahrenheit, 39 degrees Celsius, rather. Yeah, that's hot. 26 degrees in this room. They'd not see bug in. I noticed the Brits and us Americans grew up nostalgic shows. Yeah, yeah. I love a bit of nostalgia, mate. I've got loads of TV series up there from when I was a kid. Mike said MRC will eat a person alive without antibiotics, but you're right, antibiotics are overprescribed. Lady Potatoes, okie dokie, I'm off. Thanks for the stream, great as always. Cheers for joining in, mate, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, you're on the phone, by the way. BRB. Oh, I'm on the phone. BRB. Shower time. But chicken wow. Thumbs up. Ever put hydrogen peroxide in your ear? Oh, I can't because of the hole in my I've got a perforated eardrum, and so I can't put anything in that ear. That works really well. Only issue if you have a perforated. Oh, you mentioned it. You can cause pain, so do it at your own risk. Blocked wax seems similar to an ear infection. Yeah, I don't know what it was that was causing me all the pain. Well, I'll tell you what it was, because I've got a perforated eardrum and a collapsed eardrum, and over the years it's been rubbing on the bones, and it was probably doing that again and causing the pain, but I don't know. Yeah, I've been given antibiotics for a few times in a row when the NHS couldn't be bothered to refer me to a minor surgery, so they kept getting infected. As soon as the doctor stitched it out for me properly, infection went. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I still to this day don't really know what the pain in my ears were. I've asked like the specialist and they don't know half the time. Do you know what I mean? Probably that. You know, it could be one of the things where it's in your head. You know, you're imagining it. I don't know. What is that pain? There's a name for it, isn't it? You know, don't know. There's one about it the other day on telly, but it's you know, you genuinely are in pain, but there's no cause for it really. You know what I mean? Zero gravity. Look into medicinal mushrooms. Some of the things common monoprenes can treat is amazing. One guy cured his mum's breast cancer with common turkey tail mushrooms. I wouldn't risk that personally, but I think the shows we watched are different. Yeah. Remember, hydrogen peroxide will kill healthy tissue also there. Yeah, I can't even put eardrops in that ear. They said don't do it. Yeah, my point is antibiotics should be used when someone won't recover, won't recover without them or at higher risk. Not to take them and see if it goes away approach. Yeah. In your opinion, what do you think is the biggest difference between US and UK? Guns, probably. Lots of guns. I don't know. People say with phantom pain, yeah. That does sort of explain it, but there's a name for it. I can't remember what it's called. Like another name anyway. There are different types of antibiotics for different stuff, and you can use it if you need it. If you need it. I wonder why shows like Adventures of Pete and Pete weren't available in the UK. Well, when I was younger, there was only 5 channels. That's probably why. But that kind of stuff's available now. Pretty much anything that would be on in America would be on in the UK nowadays, because we've got like 500 channels now or more. In the old days, though, in the 80s, you had 5 channels and that was it. I said, how often you stream? Every Friday and Saturday, but I may change it to one night soon. But I'm going to keep doing that, and sometimes do random ones in the day. Dead Not the Psychosomatic. No, not that either, but that is also it. But it's not that either. Hands on Eyes on. The in pain thing, and they can't find the cause. It's called marriage. Simon said, when I have a shave, I get phantom beard syndrome. I feel like I can feel it, but my face is nude. I never had that. Did you? US has human rights. Well, UK has a old totalitarian government controlling it. Composition said psychosomatic as well. I'm probably describing what I mean wrong, because you're saying the right things, but it's still not what I meant. But there's a form of pain you can get that has true symptoms, you know, and you get this pain. But when they try and find out what's causing the pain, there's nothing causing the pain. You know what I mean? And anything can bring it on as well. Sometimes I feel naked without my beard. You know, this goat, I've never shaved it off since I grew it. Josh said, was that a joke? Zero gravity. Richard Smith and Mike, I know someone who has fluid build up in his ear. The doctor just kept draining it, but it now spread to the bones. They should always get stuff checked if you think something's wrong. Oh, I go to a specialist every 6 months about my ear. Yeah. In fact, I've got the next one to come up because I need an operation. It's an operation that I don't have to have, but I could have it. It's like they recommend me having an operation to prevent something that may never happen, if you know what I mean. So I may never need the operation, but if I have the operation done, it will make it so I don't need it, sort of thing. You know, it's a bit weird. My cousin has constant headaches. He's in loads of specialists, X-ray scans and all that. You can't find anything that causes it. You know, on repeat prescription for painkillers. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I meant. There's a name for that kind of pain. I can't remember what it was. But I did suspect I may be having that. That was what was ear pain, but I don't know. But the weird thing is there actually is something wrong with my ear, though. I've got a collapsed eardrum, perforated eardrum, and it's rubbed on the bones in my ear, rubbed them away to the extent that I'll never get my hearing back. Although I can hear all right, it's just made it down to like 30% probably. Sometimes it gets a bit better though, because sometimes the tinnitus comes and goes. Like at the minute, my tinnitus isn't that bad. Hands on eyes, and by the way, codeine can cause deafness, painkillers nearly fuck my ears. So yeah, people have had limbs amputated, still feel pain. Yeah, that is phantom pain, isn't it? No, David Sarti is the best, although contrary to Prepper, I know. You've got Warrior. UK television must have been boring. Yeah, 5 channels, mate. Makes you laugh, doesn't it? Yeah, we've got all the channels now, though. Nickelodeon and all that for the kids. Cartoon Network, you know, and then all the other sci-fi and all that. And Pam said, yeah, it's called phantom limb syndrome. I just joked about it. Josh O'Neill, UK is the best in the world. Have you seen Bottom? Yeah, I got DVDs of Bottom. Mike said, if a man has the rights at all, then one of them has to be the right to be left alone. Yeah. Mum said it was best, not anymore. Yeah. Hands on cinema are too bloody loud nowadays. Tell you what, we've got a cinema near us. There's 2 cinemas in town. One of them, if you go there on any evening, it's brilliant. Cost about I think it's between like 2 and 4 quid. I think it's Tuesday it's 2 quid. Normal night it's 4 quid. Go in there. Because of the other cinema, the new one, the old one, there's no one in there. And when my American mate was here, we'd go to the cinema in an evening just for something to do. And otherwise we'd just be sat about doing nothing or getting pissed. We go to the cinema and there would be just us four, 2 other people in there. It's brilliant. Seems like, well, yeah, I hear that, WP. Zero gravity weapon stuff. Tell your cousin to cut out Diet Coke or artificial sugar, chewing gum, etc. Maybe reactions. Sounds like one. And headache I've found is almost always sugar-free Coke. Jumbo Sabu, psychogenic pain. No, still not that. Like I said, I'm probably describing it wrong. Simon said, bottom is brilliant. Live shows are better. They were allowed to swear and be more risky. Yeah, I like them. I've got them on. I've got old VHSs of them. And I watched them because they're all on YouTube as well. Yeah, I love Bottom Live. Hands on eyes on £2 cheap. Yeah, it's great. £2 and there's no one in there. We watched that film Mother and there was 3 of us and just 2 other people in there. Brilliant. The only time there was about 10 people in there was when we watched It. And I said, BBC, do we need to go there? Tom said, Rick Mail died, the selfish bastard. I wanted to see him live. You know what? He died today as well. It's his anniversary today. Yeah, it's his anniversary today. He died today. So R.I.P. Rick Mail. Zero gravity. They tried her on loads of different diets, including just drinking water each day and eating very plain food. Make no difference. Josh said, Boxy Stout 6 pig. RDP, right, mate? I'm going to go off in about 15 minutes. I'm going to go off early today, 11, but be off about 15 minutes. Good to see you on. And also, I like bottom Halloween special where Rick kept crapping in his pants. Is that the one with the cattle prod as well? Or is that a different one? Simon said, weapons grade wise fronts and all that. Yeah, used to have them on video. Yeah, I've still got the old videos, I think. The bloke who played Eddie Hitler did a load of more serious things like the Chernobyl docudrama. Very moving but surprising. Oh, I've not seen that. Yeah, Aid Edmondson. Yeah, he's good, he is. I have seen a couple of his serious things, normal things, but not that. Didn't know he'd done that. You thought, well, what's the difference between British girls and American girls? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. These lot will probably tell you. RDP says he's knackered. Well, you've been working today or something, or been out or about? Josh says he was in the new Star Wars. Well, Aid Edmondson. Better we could start by saying it's the biggest pedo club in the world has ever seen. Oh, what, BBC? Let's not get started on that. I'll try and find it, yeah. What about Filthy Rich and Catblock? I've never seen that. That was what they did. That was just after. Was that just after that one? Yeah, it was either after. Was it after Bottom or was it after the Young Ones? It was after Bottom, wasn't it? I know that's them lot in it. But no, I've never got around to watching that. I'm to the one where they're camping in Wimbledon Common. What do you think it is? A bear? No, wombles. Zero gravity, I'm off. Have a brilliant weekend. And you, mate. Cheers, mate. Robinson found it on YouTube, sent it. You on the YouTube PM. Cheers, mate. Jones said, okay. IP said, yeah, working and also airsoft tonight right after work. Gonna sleep in tomorrow. I don't blame you, mate. Pocket also good evening. Josh said, yeah, saw the Pope was selling his Lamborghini the other day. Fastest pedo in the West. Do you know there was an extra character in the Young Ones hidden on screen in some episodes? Yeah. Now, when I found that out, I found it absolutely amazing. I've actually watched the Young Ones, but probably hundreds of times. Yeah, I think that's amazing that there's this woman sat in there, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, with their hair covering their face like that, sat in the background in nearly all the episodes of Series 1, I think. Yeah. And I never ever noticed it. It's insane that you don't see it. If you lot have never seen that, go back and watch Series 1 of the Young Ones. At nearly every single episode of Series 1, there's an extra character sat there with their hair over their face. It's quite freaky when you watch it back. Because I'd never, ever, ever seen that. And I've watched them episodes, like I said, hundreds of times. Yeah, it's insane. Simon said, Filthy Rich and Catflap is funny when they keep killing milkmen. Double saber, yeah, like cousin here, honestly, yeah. Just sat there cross-legged. And you never ever see it. It's mad. You know, honestly, it's quite like creepy when you find out as well that this character's been there the whole time and you never ever saw them. And they're in plain sight. I mean, they're right in your face as well. See, like how I'm on this camera, they'd be there and you don't ever notice them because they're not doing anything. Well, I'm surprised you don't have some arm candy on the side, WV. No, I like being single, mate. I wouldn't mind that, but no, it's nice being single. I ain't got no bothers then. Yeah, 13 o'clock podcast. Do I watch and support Patreon covered it on their Mandela Effect video? Yeah, it's quite. I don't know how I found it out. I think it was on Facebook, and then Malcolm did a video about it or mentioned it on his live stream once. Yes, it's proper creepy when you watch it back. RDP, it's probably the girl from the Japanese horror films. You know, it looks like that though. It is. It just this brown hair covering their face. Don't see their face at all, just the hair. They sat there cross-legged right on the screen. You never ever notice it. Pocket full. What's the green thing resting on the top of your display board? A green screen. It's a green screen. I'm said Live and Die with Clifford is brilliant. What's your favourite episode of Red Dwarf? Probably what's the one where is it not Better Than Life? What's the one where they think they've woke up into their normal? First one was Dwayne Dibley in that one. Is that Better Than Life? Can't remember. But I like that. I like the Ace Rimmer ones. They're excellent. There's about 4 or 5. I like the Western one. Yeah, I do like that one where I remember the first time I ever watched that when I was a kid, and I actually thought, oh god, they've woke up and they're not really them. They've been in a game, you know. I don't think that's Better Than Life, but I can't remember what one it's called. Damn Jedi, that Mandela Effect stuff is interesting. Yeah, I've not watched the thing that Liam's mentioned, but I've heard them talk about the Mandela Effect on Ian Lee's radio show, and yeah, it's quite fascinating because the Mandela Effect is multiple people have the exact same things. These memories that don't exist, don't it, or memories of events that never happened, but there's multiple people who say it did happen. Bizarre. Dan Hughes ACAB. 3 no's, as promised. So on. Right, number 1. Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. Got them ready. Been waiting for you. Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. That's 1. Oh yeah, this one next. Moella Tactical Tanto. I'll just read some of these comments. One, did you know the Adams family were based on a real elite family? No, I did not know that. There's one scene where he's right in the foreground and you still don't notice it. Yeah, it's creepy as hell, isn't it, when you watch it back? I like the Waxwell one where the wax works all have the war. Yeah, that's Red Dwarf, yeah. And then Magnum Dagger. That's my 3 favourite knives. Double saber. I liked British Empire. Yeah, I like them. I've got series 1, 2, and 3 on DVD. I need to get the rest of them. Time to Dwayne Dibley. Why do I always have to be Dwayne Dibley? I watched it recently. It was in Mood Squid. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Despair Squid. Yeah, in the original one, and then they redid it in the other one, didn't they? Can they ban the BBC? Let's live free. I'm going to go off in 5 minutes. I've experienced the Mandela Effect. What did you have? What was it that you experienced that didn't happen then? Josh said, yeah, bin your televisions. Mine said, don't be a wally, bin that telly. Josh said, no. Things were fine blades. I said, keep your TV. I'm going to keep mine, mate, I tell you. I don't get rid of mine. I love the old idiot box, as people like to call it. Well, I watch my films on, I ain't watching them on this bloody screen. It's only that big. RDP said, what the hell are you looking at the ceiling for? My DVD collection's up there. I was looking at God. Nah, my DVDs are up there. Peter Smith, I saw someone in the 30-year-old photograph that looked like me when I was 17, and a few months later the picture was took of me, and there was a person in the photo that looked the same as me, pre-shirt. The same shirt. That's weird, isn't it? I said a few things, Carmen Sandiego. Stuff. I thought Richard Attenborough died years ago, but maybe I was confused with Richard Harris. Could be. I think I've had a Mandela effect thing, but I can't remember what it was now. But it was a similar thing to someone dying. I thought they died years ago and they hadn't. They said ban the BBC. Slingshot Warrior. Where was he? Carmen Sandiego was one and the Wizard of Oz. But what actually happened in them though? Like what was it you thought had happened but didn't, sort of thing, you know what I mean? Neil said, no, I reckon it's the reason so many mental health issues are around. Too busy zoning out in front of a screen, not using your brains. Could be. You know, I like the TV. I don't sit there watching it constantly all day now, though, but I have times when I have. Clausius might show you 3 times. No, I've shown them. That was it there. Didn't you watch? I've just shown them all. I'm going off in about 2 minutes. Didn't you see? I just showed them all. RDP, it's like C3PO's leg. I've always remembered it as gold. Right, I'll show it one more time. If you miss it this time, that's it. Fairbairn Sykes fighting knife. Used to be my dad's. Sort of still is, but I've got it now. Magnum dagger. Noella Tactical Tanto, however you pronounce it. That's my three top knives that I own. That's what you meant anyway, mate. Yeah, Mike, show you top 3 knives. Bernstein Bears is one, all the American, you remember? Yeah, silver in the first one. Slingshot Carmen had a yellow outfit and the Scarecrow had a gun. All right. That's really weird, isn't it? How you can have these memories of things. And you said TV killed the art of conversation, yeah. Where am I? There's also a weird screw on CPPZ that never noticed until you first see it. RDP, good night, mate. Have a good weekend. And you, mate. I never stopped watching TV. But I'll stop watching TV, but not movies. Dan said 3 top blades. Yeah, that was them, mate. That was my 3 top blades. Pete said back. I'm going to go off in a minute, mate. Well, I'm not 100%. I'll tell you what, I'll have a slash. I'll come back. And if you keep me entertained, I'll stay until past. Make sure you got something good for me to talk about when I come back. That was a RDP have a slash long. That's it. I was going a slash. Pete said tits. I love that knife. One of your dad's. Bet there's lots of history that one. I'll have to ask him one day. Gamble Sabu, what colour was your wee? Completely clear, mate. That water I drink, I fucking hope it was. Ancient Warrior said, see you guys. RDP said, elevator music playing. Ron said, I'm going to go point the bunk pistol at the porcelain firing range. I love old firearms and knives. I'll have to ask my dad one day about that. And I don't like watching TV, paying TV license down. So never mind. It was like Mr. Monopoly Monocle was another one everyone remembers, but he never had one. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, because if you'd have said that, I would have thought he did have. RDP said, okay, really got to go, see you all. See you later, mate. Where am I? Did not see. Which is better for shit hit the man, a gun or a crossbow? I'd say crossbow myself. I suppose it all depends what country you live in. Oh, yeah, obviously, yeah, of course, because you're going to run out of ammo, ain't you? So, yeah, at least the crossbow, you could make your own bolts, couldn't you? Make your own string, even if you had to. It would be a lot easier to maintain a crossbow and have something to shoot out of it. Yeah, crossbow. There's also there is a 51 states thing. The US has 50 states, but it's told by people there's 51 or 52. All right. Just now, 2-2 spring powered, preferably for shit at the van, my personal choice. Why did people have those cheap made in India Gherkin knives on the walls in the 70s? Don't know. I've still got one of them down there, but it's got a cracked blade. Oh, I've got one. Bristol. I'll show you. There it is. Hang on. Thing is, you can't ever see them now. You don't get them now. And this has got a crack in the blade, like I said. Might suppose you haven't got a cookery knife in your collection. Yeah, it's got a crack in the blade just there. Weapons off too long rifle where you can carry thousands of rounds, no problem. Yeah. Guns make too much noise. You know, if you was going to have a firearm, it probably the one would be best would be a 2.2, wouldn't it? Or suppose even a 410 shotgun. You know what I mean? But you're not going to carry as many cartridges as I have 2.2. Said there's a survival rifle that can use different Glock mags. That would be brilliant for survival in the post-war. I think it's sound moderated, but still loud. Darren said we want some knife porn, lad. Well, how's that for you? Yeah, I did used to have that up on the wall up there, on that wall. Grumble said, well, I bought a proper Gurkha knife from a boot sale a few years back. Gave it to Mike's dad. Well, you can get subsonic 2.2, that. Take a look at some of the videos. It doesn't break the sound barrier, so it's quiet. Yeah, I've seen videos of that. I used to have my own videos on that. Not me shooting them, but I had my own. I uploaded some videos of it. Trolls coming back out again, just at the end. Hey, hey man, I'm kind of feeling down. Can we just chat? Yeah, have a chat if you want. Yeah, we're just sort of chatting about anything. You talk about whatever you want, Shady's dude. I'm only going to be on for. All right. Don't have to have a chat then. Cheers, man. Getting hold of one in the UK legally is a pain in the arse. Have you ever seen the film Shoot 'Em Up? He shoots guns and eats cat. No, that's Clive Owen in it. But I've not seen that. If that's the one. Jam Jedi said I have a Henry Lever action 2-2 will shoot BB 2-2 short, 2-2 long. Pete said, yeah, I mean, even espresso guns are still loud, not like in the movies, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's not like in a film, you know. It sounds, stupid not to use subsonic with espresso, can I? I was badass with my SLR. Umsabu meant the authentic World War II Gurkha. Then not an air rifle would be better, I think, than the extra firearm. Jam Jedi. Some subsonic ammo won't cycle, so lever action is great. Darren, I've already showed my free top knives twice now. They're there. That's 3 times I've shown them now. Josh O'Neill agrees I'd not do 2 tins of pallets, less than 15 quid, 1,000 pallets. Spring powered air gun, so simple. Yeah. Jam Jedi, I broke a tie, Mike, on your thumbs up, thumbs down. How nice. I'm thinking they are following the stuff, not for stories having trouble with the trials the other night. Yeah, well, I was on his. That's probably where it's come from. You know what I mean? Hopefully, some YouTube channels get millions of views by having hot chicks shooting guns. Yeah, I've tried to get a couple of girls on my channel, but they don't have nothing to do with it. You know, I've only have done it as a joke. Do you know what I mean? Henry AR, the whole gun fits on the stock. It's 2-2, lightweight, brilliant guns, post-war hunting. Rickson said, I like knives too. They're genuine and authentic and awesome. Hold on, bro. Do you own a motorcycle? No, I don't, mate. Guns well. Did I say badass? I meant I was hiding this down there. Problems up. My last stream was fine. Lots of anti-gun people try and find these things because they can't win real arguments. Rickson said, going to buy some beard oil soon. Would you recommend for sweet get up like yours? Never. Well, I don't put anything on mine. Armin said, the whole gun goes into the stock on me. Oh, yeah, no, I know what you mean now, yeah. Rickson Grayson, what country do you live in then? Double said, well, I have stubble, I can't grow a beard. It just itches too much. Yeah, well, this is getting to the stage where I'm going to have to shave it, but that's all right. It said, oh, the 2-2 long rifle, survival rifle, that one. No guns allowed in London, but you won't prevent being shot or stabbed. Yeah, exactly. Rickson said, oh man, if you haven't eaten out meat, you need to get on it. Right outdoors, man, you can't beat it. Actually, you should shave your beard with a katana. I like my neck too much, to be honest. I don't want to cut myself. Rick said, I live in Texas, but I used to just cruise around Europe on my Harley, banging chicks and eating whatever I could hunt down in the mountains. Bristol, young chicks would bring men further than gunpowder or blood. Damn Jedi weapon stuff, 100% agree. I'll just ignore them. They are sheep and don't want to be educated. Tom said, grow a beard. If you can't grow a beard, then buy a beard. If you have a beard, then grow more beard. That's not true. Can't have guns in London. Delboy borrowed one off his. You can have guns in London. Piggy Higgins, yeah. Rickson said I lived in Iceland for several years too. When I grow a beard, I can't use my gas mask. Oh yeah. I shave daily for a reason. There's a law. Rickson said I used to compete in the international strongman competition. It was a great time for me, but now I've just passed it and focused on stuff like hunting and growing my beard. I suspect you're a troll, Rickson. You seem like one anyway, but you ain't said anything offensive, so you can stay on. You know what I mean? Damn Jedi makes sense, I guess, lol. Tom said, I asked you that once and you didn't say out then. I have a beard and a moustache. Is there one where I can use that will not make a seal get in the way? Oh, well, yeah. We're talking about ice, and every time I go shopping in there, there is always someone with body hygiene. Don't ever have to go in places like that, luckily. Any shop I ever go in is bloody fucking ice and Sainsbury's. I think a short mustache would work. Sure, I covered it on a video. Yeah, I think you did. I'm sure you have. Come on, go to 1 to 10. I'm master. There we are. I'm going to come back on here later and report all these channels. Just said I'm about a 7. Some said factors gas. I can sacrifice my beard for my lungs. I'm going to shave my head at some point. Keep it short. Keep a short mohawk down the middle. Looks like Taxi Driver. The same coat. That would be funny. But I'm getting distracted now. Same. Yeah, no, that'd be good. Peach. Yeah, do a mohawk. Make sure you definitely do a video. I'll show me a picture at least. I get tempted when I cut my hair to do like cut a bit off there and do a picture, then cut the rest off. You know what I mean? Crumble Suburbs, same with the local CEX. Love getting those cheap DVDs in there, but smells like a dirty washing basket. So have you ever competed in a beard growing competition? No, I haven't. Awesome group of guys there. Real men, not sissies like today. Other stuff. In theory, some masks work with short beard. Use Vaseline on it, but not recommended. That's what Sikh soldiers do. All right. Maybe I hate shaving. I let my beard go in it. Tears my damn face up. Tears my damn face up. Oh, he's gone now, Peach. Because I suspect if he was real, then I couldn't fucking handle that. It's too weird for me. I don't think he was, though. Some of the trolls like to stay on to see how long they can stay on. You know what I mean, I think. Josh said that was in quite that deleted comment. Draw weight bow would use home defense. What draw weight would I use? It's anything between like 80, 120 pounds, 105 pound, 220 pounds, easiest to pull. Robbie, oi, still at it. Geez, I hope you're doing well, fella. Well, I've got the old trials going mad now. But yeah, it ain't bad, you know what I mean? I don't know why is the RN personnel can grow and keep the beard, but not the RAF. Ain't got a clue, mate. I mean, every day my beard grows closer and closer to my heart, literally. Rich Jones said, where did Rich go? I blocked him because I suspect he was a troll. And if he wasn't a troll, then the fact is that I called him out as a troll and he never mentioned it. If I said to you, are you a troll? I'm pretty sure you'd say you weren't. You know what I mean? Pete said sarcastic. Oh, what a fun game. Hello. Stuff at short range, even a 40-pound bow is lethally fast. Probably said I missed the trolls. Typical. I love kicking the trolls' asses. Me and Liam was just getting rid of them because it's easier that way. Do you know what I mean? If I don't lots of Navy soldiers get issued with oxygen masks in the Navy due to ship fires? You can't use positive pressure masks with beard. Well, I suspect, Rich, I think you're a troll as well then, Rich, to be honest, because I don't think you would say that if you weren't a troll. So I'll see what you say to that, and then whatever your reaction is to that, you'll get blocked as well. You know what I mean? Because when there's random people who just suddenly come on, you know what I mean? I'll check your channel. I bet you've got no content, sorry. I've never, ever heard of you. Can't remember you ever commenting for us. Anyone ever seen this bloke before? It's a channel with nothing on it, no logo. You know what I mean? He's gone as well. Next time I ain't even gonna bother answering them. You can tell which ones are trolls anyway, like that. You know. I've got rid of him now, Mike, because he was a troll as well. I've always wondered how they find these videos. I'm pretty sure when channels start streaming, it shoves it down people's faces, so all the idiots on Russell. I think so. It must do. It must do. Pete said, Rich the bitch. Robbie, calm it. No more trolling, WC. Let him do his thing. Josh said, good riddance, pal. All seem to have come at the same time. Well, in a way, it's handy that they do, because you can get rid of them more quickly. Do you know what I mean? Tom said, don't bother with trolls. You'd be off in 10. You just rap and ignore them. Yeah, I think, it's better not to even mention them, really. Yeah, it's either one or two people with multiple accounts or some sort of anti-weapons Reddit where they get triggered and want to do a raid. Yeah. That's also good defending your channel. I don't have any content on my channel because I'm more private than the average person. Thing is, you can spot the one straight away. It just, they can't say normal things. Do you know what I mean? Someone who's interested, just why would you keep going on about beards and doing? I know it's not. There was something wrong with what he was saying. Do you know what I mean? Picture got work in the morning. See you later. Oh, why I'm laughing, mate. Yeah, see you later, mate. Working on a Sunday. Diamond said, got a feeling Rick may have been tempered. Yeah, probably were. I've seen the cunt song, Mike, Men with Beards. I've watched that. I watched that deliberately because I've got a beard. But yeah, that is a good one. I like that. But yeah, I thought, I've got to see what people hiding hiding stuff with their beards, whatever, you know, hiding behind their beards. Well, it says trolls call people names and try to put words in your mouth that you're not saying. Some stuff says, "What are you hiding?" Just my chin. That striker just saying hi, mate. Just come in. Yeah, I'm going to be on for about 10 more minutes. Cheers for coming on and saying all right, Jack. Yeah. Time to, yeah, the gang are brilliant. Robbie said, WC, can you remind Mark about the knife he's still got to make? Looks like his good kit he had. All right. What's that then? Got to make a knife, about the knife he's still got to make. I mentioned that to him, mate. I don't know about that myself. Josh, if you like cunting the gang, ask for the chips are pretty funny. Fucking names of these groups. All right, I'll check that out. I'm going to indiscriminately block now. I'm sure with Mike. Has Matt stopped doing his live streams? It's just he just can't be bothered to do them. So he sort of has, yeah. Yeah, he just can't be asked with it. So it's too much bother. He don't mind doing them, but it's like you know. Like I said, the best knife I've ever owned is a buck 100. I'll look that up, mate. Oh, nice. Yeah, the old classic bucks. Yeah, they are nice knives, though. Whoever's had the side boys are probably jealous of the beards, yeah. That's like I'm starting a new knife blunting service, Doncaster Blunting Services. Just put the word out. Cheers, mate. I'll send you all my knives. First one will be this one. I want that as round as a butter knife, please. How much do you charge? As I said, my face hair is weird though. If I let it grow, my cheeks get hairy fast, like Wolfman. Oh, there you go. Weird, isn't it? Then I like the Ontario Marine Bowie. Someone said, yeah. Funny names. The American equivalent would be Goat and Your Mum. A hit song, Wet Like a Duck When You Suck. Mike said, Buck 100 is sturdy and will still dress an animal in minutes. He takes your knife and sends your butter knife back. Yeah, it'd be a good way to get knives, wouldn't it? Definitely my favourite is Victorinox Tinker, yeah. Where we just look back and it's the Karasondu knife. He has a kit with blanks and handle looks. Oh, yeah, I remember now. Right, where am I? Yeah, no, can weapons and stuff shed some light on my RN, can have beard and RAF. Joe said, what knife do you carry on you? Indoors, I carry that. That's, you can't legally carry that out. But if I did carry a knife out, which I very rarely do, carry a Swiss Army pen knife. Yeah, no, I already took a guess. I think you have to do a positive pressure for fighting fires, unlike negative pressure masks. Yeah, I thought smart clips would have been a trial. You could tell. They're so obvious as soon as they just do anything, you know what I mean? That is a Ganzo G729 which is a cheap copy of a Spyderco knife, but I don't know what. Stuff back in the day, trolling was an art. You had to be creative. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just fucking pathetic bullshit now. You can spot them as soon as they come on. You know. Right, I'm going to be going off in a second anyway. Yeah, start to wrap it up now, I suppose. Stuff, so yeah, I like the general minus. It takes nobody to takes the bait, he leaves them alone. But when they get super angry, he keeps pushing it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll probably wrap it up now. So I'll check out all the things everyone mentioned. I don't think we didn't mention a lot of films. I watched that Halloween trailer. I'll probably do that test the old string when I can get one. Standoff. What's Standoff? Is that a film? I don't know. I'll have a look later anyway. Yeah, I'll tell you what that'll do. Right, I'll see you all next time. Yeah, I'll just come back to normal videos. I don't know if I'll do one tomorrow. I don't normally do Sunday ones. Right, I'll see you all later.